Yeah, let's wait for this thing to load. I think now I should be live. Should be live again. Um, I hope so. Okay, yeah, I'm live here. Now let's get into stream avatars. Let's put the little guys in the screen. And sorry about that. Um, I'm gonna explain what happens once you join again. Okay, but we're ready with that. Let me try chat if the chat is working. Let me type something. We're back. Hello, one left. Sorry, I had a problem with the audio before, so I had to restart the whole thing. But yeah, it works now. Thank you for letting me know. And in here, let's do 2 on 8 done. And start sending data. Okay, if I do vertical one, Crafty, you say sup, what's up, Crafty? Welcome to the stream. How is it going? Give me just a second. I'm setting up the vertical stream because I had some problems with the audio on well, both horizontal and vertical. So yeah, I'm trying to set everything up again. And what happened? It was just something with so for my audio to sound cleaner and better, uh, I use something called NVIDIA Broadcast. So it's this thing here. Maybe you don't see it, and probably like I don't show it, but that's what I use to filter, like to do my virtual background and whatever. Like I just do this, you know, remove this part. And for my audio, it has some noise removal and room echo removal, so it sounds better. So this thing sometimes doesn't like to work and doesn't like to give me audio. And I thought um, it was giving me audio, and it wasn't. So I had to like restart the whole computer for this to work again, and so I could like have audio. So yeah, that's it. That's it. Let me see if everything is running as it should, and we can start today's stream. Sorry again. I'm very sorry that I had to restart, but there was no other option to get audio. And cool guy, you say hello, Roman. What's up, cool guy? Welcome to the stream. How is it going? Yeah, early because I had to restart. I had to restart the computer, like the whole computer, because I had a problem with the audio. But now we should be good. Um, yeah, I'm gonna close this and let me open Unity for now. Because yeah, I had everything open before, but now I have to like open everything again. Because like I do a little bit of a setup before we start the stream normally, so I have like everything open, and I don't have to do this while I'm live. Uh, but yeah, at least it's working now. So and Crafty, you say I discovered a magic secret. I think C sharp copied Lua syntaxes. I swear they are so similar. Yeah, they are. They are. But well, if someone copied someone, it was well C, or it was like yeah, like the base thing is C. So if anyone copied from somewhere, it was copied from C, because C has existed for a very long time, and then came C++, and then C sharp. So it's like uh yeah, C is the base, then comes C++, and then C sharp. Okay. Are we good now? I think we are. I think we are. So let me explain, or let me show you what are we going to do today. Because I have, well, not, yeah, I have some things prepared. So today, I'm not sure if we are going to do the spell icons. I want to see if, and cool guy, you say be right back. Okay. And yeah, I'm not sure if I'll do the spell icons because yeah, I would like to try to make some. If not, I'll like do it off stream. But we'll see. We'll see. I'll try to do them, and if they are not very cool or require more time, I'll do them off stream. But today, the most important part, or the more the cooler part of today's stream is gonna be starting to make the boss for the game. So the first boss. And Faraz Khan says, "Hi, what's up, Faraz? Welcome to the stream. How is it going?" And Crafty say, I'm gonna go take some pills. Be right back in like 15. Okay. I'll wait for you to come back. And yeah, that's it for today. So first, we're gonna start with something very simple. So we like getting into the rhythm. And it's just very minor fix or very minor trick. So I would like the flying enemies here that we have. Let me show you actually. So for the flying enemies that we have, let's get in there. I basically want to do that their positions are a little bit more randomized. So if you see here, let me get some so you can see exactly how it works. Let me wait. Okay, yeah. For example, these guys, the flying enemies, are like kind of snapping to some positions in an invisible ring that I have here. So if I activate gizmos, it's gonna look very weird, but you see there's like some points, some red points. They are trying to get there, you know? So what I want to do is basically I'm going to modify those, well, not the red points themselves, but make them basically not snap that tightly to the points, but rather like trying to get a random position there. And Lemuel King says, hi, what's up, Lemuel? Welcome to the stream. You say, how are you doing? I'm doing pretty well, Lemuel. And how are you? And for us, you say, okay, yeah, that's what I'm doing for now. And Kami Gamin says, you making a game? Yes, that's what I'm making here. So for those of you guys that are new, this is the game that I'm making. Basically, you're this silly little guy here. You're a wizard, and you have to do like cast spells. So you cast them by selecting, well, control first. That's gonna open that menu there, and what you have to do is like do some arrow combinations. For example, if you do up, left, left, up, I'm gonna get some fire spells. So the fire spells do fire damage. So it's they're gonna do damage over time. And there are 4 spells that we have right now. So we have the normal magic spell, which is like this one. It's not as powerful as the other ones, but they give you like a lot of charges, or it gives you a lot of charges so you can defeat enemies. We have the fireball that I just showed, but I'm gonna show you again. Oh, and these guys fire, by the way. They do fire at you. And yeah, so that's the fire spell, does fire damage. And we have also the ice bomb. So let me get in here to get some more enemies. And like the basic objective of the game is like getting to these zones where you will need to defeat enemies. So yeah, this one works a little bit different. So if you see, it doesn't matter if I hit the enemy exactly, because this works on an area. So on that area, it's gonna freeze the enemies and it's gonna slow them down. And yeah, that's what it does. And then the last one is the chain lightning. So this one does some shock. So when you use it, it's gonna stun the enemies that you're using it in. And it has like a limit up to like 3 enemies that you can stun. But yeah, that's the game for now. And there are multiple areas. So you, depending on where you go, for example, in snowy areas, you're going to get like variations of the enemy that are like ice. So they are going to inflict ice damage to you and stuff like that. And for us to say, what is the game name? It's untitled for now. Like, it doesn't have a name, but it's called Wizard Game. For now, that's the name, but I'm probably gonna change it to something else later. So today, let's get first into the flying enemies. So we have flying enemy movement. That's controlling where or how to move, or yeah, it's basically what tells or what makes the flying enemy move. This is what makes it move. All of this. But we have something called flying enemy brain too. That's like telling it where to move, and other logic happens in here. So the flying enemy movement script can just make the moving part of it. Okay, so I think here we're gonna have like a kind of an offset where we want the flying enemy to move. And for us, you say, where are you from? I'm from Chile. I'm in South America, so yeah, from Chile. And where are you from, for us? Where are you watching from? So here, what I want to do is have like, okay, I have a target offset max distance, change offset timer. Okay, offset max distance. What am I using that for? Rank of index, offset max index. Okay. Okay, so I do have a little bit of a randomizing here. I forgot I had that, so actually we really don't need that task then. So let's go in here, and I'm going to delete this. Delete. Because I think we had it before. I just don't know. Um, I just didn't know. I didn't remember we had an offset. So here, what will I do? I'm gonna go into the movement script, but I want to access the prefabs. So I'm gonna go into the flying enemies here. Yeah. So if I go into prefabs, I have a part for flying enemies. So I'm gonna go into this first one. That's the base for all the other flying enemies. And you say I'm from Pakistan. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. Um, so here, what I'll do is I'll go into the flying enemy, and in the flying enemy brain, I will do like a offset. Yeah, offset max distance. It's set to 4. I think 4 is fine. Like I'm not even gonna change it. And Sweet Life Hugo says hi. What's up, Sweet Life Hugo? Welcome to the stream. How is it going? And Balloon Boy 67 says hello. Hi. What's up, Balloon Boy? Welcome to the stream. So yeah, I think we're good with that. We don't need to change anything actually. So yeah, let's just leave it at that. Now, let me open Affinity Photo because I made a little drawing for how I want the boss to look like, and I think yeah, let's just get into the boss, into making the boss. It's gonna take a while, so let's get into that first. And I still have to like do some refactoring around other stuff. But I plan to have the boss maybe by Friday. I hope by Friday. Ready by Friday. And Faraz, you say you're cool. Well, thank you, Faraz. Thank you so much. And DragXN08 says, hello, bro. Where are you from? What's up, Drag XN? Welcome to the stream. I'm from Chile. I'm from Chile, from South America. And Pokemon Guy says, what are we doing? We are making a game here, which, well, I just showed it, but I'm going to show you real quick what the game is about. So basically, you're this little guy here, and you have some spells that you can cast. We have 4 for now, and yeah, the fire spell. We have an ice bomb. We have the chain lightning, which does stun damage, and yeah, there's like enemies. Let me go real quick to show you. And today we're gonna make a boss. So we don't have a boss. We just have like 2 enemy types, and each of those have like variations for fire and ice. But yeah, that's just what we have. So today we're gonna do a boss. And Drag it Extend, you say, bro, are you creating a game map? Yes, this is the game, or well, I created it already, but I plan to make it bigger. Let me show you. Like this is the whole map we have for now. I made it this like 1 or 2 months ago, and I plan to make a bigger, like way bigger map in the future. But for now, it's just this one. And for us to say this game will be free, no, it will not be free. But you can play the current version of the game for free right now in the second link in the description. You can try it out. It has some errors, I think, but yeah, you can try it out for free. when it the full release, like the full game, is gonna be paid. But for now, you can try the current version. And Yoki Berry says hello. What's up, Yoki Berry? Hello and welcome to the stream. How is it going? You say that was fucking awesome. I like that. Well, I'm very very glad you liked it. So let's see. Today, I made a very simple drawing. Like I'm not the best artist out there, but it's just like a sketch, so we know what we want the boss to look like. I know it's not very well defined and it lacks detail, but this is just for a reference for me to make it 3D because I don't need to make like something very detailed if I'm just going to. This is not going to be in the game. I'm just going to make this into a 3D model. So yeah, that's gonna be I think the first part of today's stream, like just making this into a 3D model. And Drag Extend, you say you related any other game before created? Yeah, I have a couple of games. If you want to see my games, you can go into the second link in the description, and you're gonna get this webpage here where I have all my games. Basically, you can try the latest version of the Wizard game, which doesn't have a title. Blendguard, South Collector, a bunch of other games. I think these ones are the best ones to be honest. Like the six ones that you have here. Um, yeah, they are all free to try. So yeah, you're more than welcome to try them. And Yokiberry say, wait, but how the fuck do you have that? Have what? Let me see. So yeah, we're just gonna turn this into a 3D model, and let me open Blender. So Blender is the program that I use to make 3D stuff. So we'll try and do something similar to that, a little sketch. So yeah, let's put it here, and I want to start from like just the general file. I'm gonna delete everything here, and I'm gonna first, what I should do is just bring this drawing to Blender. So I'm gonna do file, export, um yeah, I'm gonna put it in the download folder because I have everything here for the game. Strategy Magic is, well, that's the code name, but that's not the real name of the game. I'm gonna put it probably on other, and that's gonna be like just a boss sketch, so we can just import it into Blender. And Drag Extend, you say, "We'll try it, bro." Well, let me know what you think of the game, or well, this game or whatever other game. Yeah, you have feedback for me. And Jokiberry say, "Sorry, I meant make data." Oh, okay. So I basically in the morning before I started the stream, I did this little drawing. So we had like a reference to follow when we wanted to like make the the model. So yeah, and Jay, you say, "Oh, Jay, what's up?" You say, "What's up, Roman? Nice to see you streaming still." Thank you for joining and thank you for the kind words, Jay. I hope you're doing fine. And yeah, tell me, how are you? And that one guy, you say, "Hello, welcome back to the stream. Sorry about having to restart the stream because I had some technical issues, but now we're back and it's totally fine." You say that is so peak. Well, thank you. You're gonna like the 3D model more. I hope so. You like the 3D model more than the sketch because yeah, the sketch is a little bit too detailed, I think. And Faraz, you say you. And Jay, you say I'm great. You, I'm great too, and I'm very very glad that you're great. All right. So now that we have the image, I'm just gonna go here. Gonna snap to this axis, and I'm gonna open the file explorer so we can get to there. So what I want to do is, well, I don't think I need to do it from here. Let's just do Shift A, and that allows me to create something new. So I'm gonna import an image. I'll use it as a reference. Type the scene, background, an empty image. Yeah, I see it's a reference, I think. So let's just do here. Let's get into downloads, strategy magic, other, and the sketch. Okay, so here is our sketch. what I want to do is just figure out the proportions or like the sizes of this because I plan to like this enemy is gonna be 2 to 3 times bigger than the player. And that one guy you say Blender is so hard to control. I'm learning really fast, but I cannot texture paint. Like how? Dude, I saw I saw a tutorial by well, I don't know, I don't remember what it was. I think I mentioned it in some of my videos. But yeah, if you do like how to texture paint, you're gonna get a lot of results. Um, let me actually look it up for you because I know there's a guy that I learned how to texture paint from. So give me just a sec. I'm gonna search it and see if I find it. So here, how to texture paint Blender. Yeah, Molten Bolt. Molten Bolt is the guy that where I basically like learned how to texture paint from, or yeah. And exactly this tutorial. This tutorial is very cool because you learn how not only to texture paint, but how to texture paint in other programs. Like for example, I do all my texture painting in my image editing software, which is Affinity Photo. So yeah, check that out. Check that out. It's from Molten Bolt, and I'm gonna write it down for you in here, so you can look it up. All right. And Jay the Go to say, still working on the Wizard game? Yes, I think I'm gonna be working on the Wizard game for this year. I don't think I'm gonna move projects or switch projects um, anytime soon. Or well, if I work on anything else, this year is gonna be like probably game jams and stuff that is uh that doesn't take that long. So okay, let's just put this. Let's make a cube that's gonna give us a reference of like the size of our player. So just as a reference, let's do a cube here, and it's gonna have a size of. Well, I think that the player is like 2 meters. Let me check that out. Because if I go into the player, let me turn off the gizmos. Yeah, the player is. Well, let's do a cube here. Let's do a 3D object cube with a size of 1, and if we put it where we have our player, roughly, I think it is like 2 meters high. I think our player is like 2 meters high. I forgot actually what the size of this guy is, but I think it's like 2 meters high. So yeah, that's our yeah. If you count it from like almost the head, it's 2 meters tall. So yeah, let's go in there, and I'm gonna do a cube there, or yeah, like a cube form there that tells us like what's the size of the player. Okay, so I want it to be like 2 meters of size, but I would like to scale it. So I'm gonna scale it on this on everything but the y axis, and I'm gonna make it 0.5. So that is really the size that the player occupies in the screen, or well in size. So I'm just gonna put it here right in the middle of this, so we have it as a reference. Now for this should show up like yeah, visibility, make it like show up uh in front of everything, you know. I'm gonna make the opacity be like less, but it should show up in front of mostly everything, you know. So when I get to select this, well, actually, if I make it show in front, it's gonna cover a lot of stuff. Mm, yeah, first let us make this. I think I can modify the basically how opaque this is. Yeah, I'll figure out. I'll figure that out. But let's first make it bigger. So we have a reference. How tall or how big should it be compared to the player? So that's like roughly the player height. We want something bigger, like 2 or 3 times the player height. And let's look at it from this perspective. And that one guy, you say, are you ever going to switch to Unreal? Like, if your games get really big, would you switch? Because man, C++ is humbling me. I don't think I will switch. Like, the only reason I would switch to Unreal wouldn't be because of how big a game is or that I want to make. It would be like if I want to go for hyper realism and I don't care a lot about performance, I would go to Unreal. Otherwise, I'm staying with Unity because mainly all my games or all everything that I have planned for my games are have like stylized graphics. Because one thing that I like to or that I would like to do from now to the future is like keep my games accessible to everyone, so you don't have to have a super computer to play them. So yeah, I'm just gonna stick with stylized graphics that are not like hyper real so mostly everyone can run them. Okay, let's center this a little bit around here. So that's roughly the center. And also, it could be just a little bit bigger too. And that one guy you say, okay, that makes really good sense. Yeah, that's like the only reason I would switch to Unreal. So let's scale it. I think, well, we can always try, we can always change the size of this or of this guy. So I think we can start with this, with a size like this. So we have like enough space to model things from, or yeah, to model things. And Sonic the Glitch Hog says hello. What's up, Sonic? Welcome to the stream. Um, okay, so here I have my reference. I'm gonna call this player player height reference, and this is our this is our boss sketch. So just giving them some names, and I think we can start modeling right away. I don't think we need anything else. So let's just center it, make sure that it's as centered as it could be, because I didn't make this very symmetrical, to be honest. Um, but yeah, let's start with making another thing. What I want to do first is, since I'm going to be using symmetry for this, I'm going to place like an empty. Yeah, I'm gonna place an empty here. It's gonna be plain axis. So this thing here doesn't have any sort of matches or like any sort of volume. It's just for us to find the center of or to mirror things. Um, and Sonic, you say, sadly, I don't have Blender because I'm on mobile. Yeah, no worries about that. Um, there are some programs that you can use to make 3D stuff in cell phone. I'm not sure which apps they're yeah, the names of their the apps, but I think there are. And that one guy you say, I would switch once I get a NASA PC because I love hyperrealism for some reason. Just really satisfying, but I don't know, Unity for now. Yeah, that too. To run Unreal is a really it's gonna be really hard. And Sonic, you say exclamation mark or sorry, interrogation sign. You say I use Prisma 3D. Oh, cool, cool. And Charlie Jensen, you say nice bot. Well, thank you. It's not gonna be a bot, but it's gonna be like made out of stone because we are making a magic game here. So I wanted to have something made out of something like I don't know, rocks or something. But yeah, it does look like a bot. To be honest, it does look like a bot. Um, yeah. So now that we have that empty, this is gonna be our origin like that. And yeah, let's start with the base. So the base, let's do match. I'm gonna start with what could I start with? Because this is gonna be like roughly a cylinder probably. Cylinder would do us good. And Sonic, you say, all right, I'll be back. All right, Sonic. And vertices. Let's start with something like let's lean on the low poly side. So I don't know if 16. I think 16 is still too much for our game. Remember that our game is like super simple. Um, and the radius, I think, yeah, that's all right. That's all right. Let's do the base shape, and then we're gonna add detail. Because it's easier to start with something that's very simple, and then adding more stuff into that. So yeah, let's do this. I think the shape and the size is okay. I'm just gonna do here. Well, I don't have the auto mirror. I don't have the auto mirror, but what I can do is just like I'm gonna grab this part and this part. I'm gonna do X so I can delete something. I'm gonna delete that face, those faces. Let me do Alt, uh, just H, I think. So I basically want to just see this part here. So what I want to do is just grab these vertices here, and what I'll do is I'll just do F, so I bridge those loops. And here I want to grab the edge here, and I'll do subdivision, so subdivide, and that's gonna give me a little point in the middle. And what I'll do with that point is basically just connect these parts here with it. And this is only just and this is because I want to basically mirror this. You're gonna get it. And that one guy, you say 16 vertices aren't a lot. I don't think it would take down that much performance over 12. Looks better to low poly, in my opinion. You say you can do that? Yeah. um, yeah, so it's not about performance. What I'm caring about, dude, you can have like 30, 32, 64 vertices, and it would still be okay. I'm just doing it for styling reasons, just so everything looks the same, you know. So I don't want to have that much detail, and if you want to have more detail, we can add it later. And Finland guy says hi. What's up, Finland guy? Welcome to the stream. How is it going? And Hacker Hehe says, yo, can you tell me how to use Blender? Well, welcome to the stream, Hacker Hehe. Well, I'm not the best Blender user, but I can guide you because explaining like what I know would take a lot of time. But I can guide you. You can go well, on YouTube there's like plenty of courses where you can learn how to use Blender. But I would suggest, well, this one. Let me pull this up so I can show you. There's a guy here on YouTube called Infencia. I've learned a lot from him. Infencia. And this guy has a ton of tutorials on how to make like different stuff like chips. It does like characters, whatever. But this tutorial from him is actually incredibly nice. So if you are just starting, I would suggest that one. I'm gonna write it down for you in case that you want to look it up. So that's the name of the guy. Finland guy, you say, are you making a product? I'm making a game here. Let me show you what the game is. So yeah, this is our game. We're in a magic world. This is our wizard guy, and you can cast spells and stuff. There are enemies. Yeah, let me actually show you what this is about. So we have 4 spells for now. And I'm just starting like the development of this. We're currently in version like 0.1 point something, and I want to get to version 0.2 probably this week. I hope so. So yeah, you get here into these zones, and you can cast very different spells. So let me get in here. For example, you have your fire spell, which is gonna be more effective against ice. enemies. You have your regular magic projectile. You have chain lighting, so this one stuns enemies. You also have the ice bomb, which is not going to be that effective against these guys because they're already made out of ice. But you can still like slow them down. So yeah, that's what the game is about. And Sonic, you say, woo, woo, I'm back. Well, welcome back to the stream, Sonic. And cool. In Moin Life, you say, I'm back. Welcome back, Moin Life. You say, Finland guy, I'll play your game when released. Okay, thank you. Well, if you want to try it now, the second link on the description, yeah, if you click it, it's gonna take you to my page, and you can try it for free there. But yeah, the full release of this game is gonna be probably at the end of the year or something like that. And that one guy, you say 1024 vertices, auto smooth glass, BSDF cycles rendered, 10k samples and caustics enabled. Do you think that will tank performance? Because I don't know. The vertices is not what worries me. What worries me is just cycles, to be honest, because that's not a lot of vertices. Like if you see other projects, there's like a ton more vertices being displayed. Okay, let me finish this up so we can mirror this. Okay, so what I'll do is basically I'm gonna select every single face here that we don't really need. I'm gonna do X faces, and here also I need to I need to fill these faces here and here, and the same thing for these ones here. I'm sure there was a easier way or a faster way to do this, but it's not that much of a problem. Okay, so now that we have this, I'm gonna go into modifier here. I'm gonna add a modifier, which is gonna be mirror. So when I mirror, I'm not actually like generating more geometry. This is just like getting one side to mirror the other, you know? Oh, and stream avatars got Alt F4. Thank you for letting me know. Let me pull them back here. I hope they work. And also, what key did you press to make the faces? F. F is the the key to fill whatever thing you want to fill. You can also not just do faces, but you can also fill from one vertice to another, like do an edge. Okay, so now that we have that, let's make let's activate the boss sketch again. And SFE Tide says, hi, what's up, SFE Tide? Welcome to the stream. And yeah, let's move this roughly where we want this to be. Okay, so let's go from here. We're gonna put it, yeah, somewhere roughly here. I'm gonna go into wireframe mode. So we just wanna see the edges of this. And Sonic the Glitch Hog, you say you should see the post I made. Where did you post it? Because well, if you wanted to see something, or if you want the community to see something, you can join the Discord channel on the description, and then I'll be able to watch it, and all the people from the community will be too. Okay, so now that we have this, what do I want to do? Let's first make the size match the the width here. So let's do scale, or S to scale, and we're gonna scale on the X axis. So I want it to be roughly here. Yeah, probably roughly here. Say YouTube. Well, if you want me to see like something on YouTube, you can send it on the Discord server on yeah, self promotion. We have a channel for that, so feel free to do that. And that one guy, you say, oh my god, it's gonna be -15 Tuesday. Wow, wow, that's a crazy temperature. And Sonic, you say, and I can't use Discord for reasons. What a shame, dude. What a shame. All right, so here I'm just gonna do a cut. I'll do control. I think it's. Let's first save this. Let's first save this, so in case that anything happens, we know it's safe. So I'm just gonna save it here on our folder. This is gonna be boss01 blender file. Let's save it. Save. All right. So what I wanted to do is making like a cut in here, and I'm an object node. That's why I was an object node. So it's probably gonna be very hard to see if I'm in edit mode. But here, I'm gonna do a loop cut, and I'm gonna move it. So I'm gonna do G to move it where I want it to be, and I wanna roughly line it up with other stuff in my model. And more than left to say, I'll tell you the most important points about Steam algorithm. The images must be real and unedited. Take the most important shots with a video. I think it's edited. I didn't quite understand it. Well, thank you. Also, you have to pay. Yeah, I have to pay $100 to publish anything on Steam. And Sonic, you say I'm too young. Okay, all right. I get it. I get it. And Miho will say, no longer lurking, I'm here, and what is that thing? Oh yeah, this thing is gonna be our first boss. I know it doesn't look that good now, but I hope it does look better when we actually get to make the model. Game launches, try to make it free or discounted for the first week. Uh, yeah, makes sense what you're saying, Monolith. Makes sense. Thank you. All right, so now that we're here, let's just do um I want to basically do the first shapes of this. So let's line up the cuts roughly where it should be. And for example, this part, I'm just going to get every single point in here. Yeah, every single point in here. And I'm going to line it up with this. I need to make this clip so it stays like this. And roughly here. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Like moving it roughly here, and these parts, these edges, or like these vertices, pulling them here. It doesn't look good that way. What's the problem with this? Well, I think I can just do here. I'm gonna go and select everything, like every single face in here, and I'll do an extrusion. So let me first get it to somewhere like this, and yeah, I'll do scaling on X and extrude and scaling on X again, or well, something like this. Let's make it somewhere here. Scale on X and scale it back again here. Let's do scale. And yeah, let's go to object mode. Let's go to solid. This is how this is how it's looking right now. Like we're just looking the base shape of this. And Miho would say you're on something if that doesn't look that good. Oh, thanks. And Sonic, you say, and I make 2D animations. Nice, nice. Miho would say, I thought you ripped that perfectly out of some other game. No, no, no. Looking great. What is name? It doesn't have a name, so feel free to give it a name. It's just a golem for now. So yeah, feel free to give it a name. And if we're gonna select the name that, well, it's cooler. And Pundepan says, "Yo, what are you making right now? What's up, Pundepan? Welcome to the stream. I'm making a model for our boss that we're gonna have on our game, and I'm just currently getting started. Um, Say, oh, looks nice. Well, thank you. And let me read you that one guy. You say, oh, are you going to make a vanilla mod loader? that is you can just install mods without having to externally download a mod loader. I'm not sure, not sure. I haven't got to like think about it. That I want to have game or I want to have mods in this game, so I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out once the time comes. And Mac is better than Windows. Is a goated name, I think. Yeah, I'm not sure if we're gonna have that name. And gamer 5094 says, "Hi, my name is Sandwich. Well, welcome, Sandwich, to the stream. Welcome, welcome. All right, so let's get into wireframe mode again, and here let's just do some more lob cuts, and we're gonna like figure out how the shapes are gonna match here. So yeah, from this part here, I'm just gonna do Control R or edit Control R, do a cut right around here. Like, yeah, let's put it right around here. I'm gonna scale it a little bit on the X and move it a little bit on the Z, a little bit. Let's exaggerate this a little bit more. Here, another loop cut. It's gonna stay there on the X. We're gonna move it this way. And for the last piece, we're just gonna make the head separately. Like it's gonna be another like part of it. So yeah, the head is gonna be separated from the body, so it can be rotated separately. And Pontepan, you say the boss might look cool if I like it had a space theme. Um, well, this is a I don't think you have seen the game, so this is for a magic game. So I'm going to make it like out of stone, but I want to have like some cool elements going around for it. So in the middle of it, it's gonna have like a core made out of like some magic stuff. And yeah, like so this is the game. You have some spells you can pick with the arrow combinations, and there's like four spells for now. So for example, this is the fire one that inflicts damage over time. We have the ice bomb that slows down enemies. And we have the chain lightning, which stuns them. So yeah, this is the game that we are making that model for. So yeah, you have a little bit more context now for yeah what it is. And what is his weakness? So his weakness is gonna be that thing in the middle is gonna be something you can hit after a certain amount of like he's gonna like jump at you, you know, or like I don't know, do some kind of like dashing at you. So you will have to basically dash away from him. But after some dashes, he's gonna get tired and expose this part here, or that part is gonna get like to glowing, and you're going to need to hit that center part. So that's his weakness. His weakness are Windows users. Uh, Let me read you. Oh, what if it disabled and you have to hit it to wake it up? Yeah, he's gonna drop a little bit like that. He's gonna drop his defenses after some time. And Pontepan, you say, your game looks so cool. Well, thank you very much. Thank you. And Nepal, you say, hey, a rock golem. Nice. What's up, Nepal? Welcome to the stream. Dude, you're the first one that really got what I'm trying to do here. So yeah, exactly. That's gonna be like a rock golem. Okay. So now that we have like this basic shape, I'm just gonna make uh the shape a little bit more defined. So I'm gonna go into this mode so we can align everything like this. Say I play a lot of video games though. And that one guy say, okay, I'm gonna go and work on the GPU API. I'll be watching though not active. Okay, well, good luck with the API, and talk to you later then. And Napoli say, I wish streaming was the thing when I was a senior in high school. Um, yeah, it wasn't that popular back then, right? And Moon Left, you say, oh, good name for it. All right, so yeah, from the side, it's absolutely horrendous, but we want to first make it from the front. So we're gonna grab this this part's here, and we're gonna like match it to where it should be. So here, I'm gonna place it here. I have both selected. Let's grab this part here, and that's gonna be roughly here. Okay, so if we go into solid mode, like that's like the roughly the shape we want for that top part. Roughly, maybe I'm gonna make it a little bit different, but yeah, let's just get into making this. Like let's just make it follow the drawing. Let's grab these points over here. So I'm gonna move it here. I'll probably have to do a subdivision here. I'm not sure if I'll have to. So yeah, I can do a subdivision here. Yeah, but we're gonna care about the details later. We're just getting the rough shape. So here, let's select these things and let's put it to roughly here, and roughly here. So it lines up. And now you say the Witcher 3 had them. It wasn't as big then. Yeah, it's certainly a much bigger thing now. And me always say I got input from a friend. He can confirm you're insane for calling your design bad. Well, thank you. Well, I'm not sure. This is like just a sketch. It literally took me like 10 minutes maybe like to get this done. It's not like super good, you know, like that's why I said it. It's not that I'm like a bit ashamed of it. It's just that it's not like the greatest thing ever. Mm. And Sonic, you say, "Oh, I made this thing that converts Minecraft skins to a 3D model, but the texture is blurry. Any tips?" Maybe check if you are using any type of compression on the image. Maybe that could be it. And Crafty, you say, "I'm sorry, I'm late. I just learned string functions in Luau for my Roblox game." No worries, no worries. Completely okay. Well, that's cool. That's cool. Very, very good that you learn string functions. So how do they work? How are they different from the other functions? Yeah, it took like 30 minutes because there are a lot of functions for strings. Yeah, how are they different? And you say it's fully HTML. Um, well, even then, maybe you're applying like some sort of filter to the image, or maybe the texture is not matched completely to the mesh. Could be that. Let's see. So here, yeah, just this little part here, just making it match. Here, roughly follow the shape, and on here. And we're gonna probably do the center part of this a separate thing so we can like use it separately. And these parts are gonna be together. Yeah, I probably wanna leave that like it is. I just wanna move it like this. So here, here, yeah, probably here. Let's just move it around here on X, probably. And now what? For the other pieces in there, well, we don't have a site reference to be honest, so we're gonna like figure it out while we make it. Um, so string functions aren't actually HTML. String functions manipulate text values in JavaScript, while HTML functions. And so you say, I think the model is big and the texture is small and it's getting resized. Well, that could be the problem too. You can make like if it's a pixel texture, you can like scale it up for whatever factor. Like let's do like 4 times the size. and it should be okay. Or well, you need to find the size. And Craft, you say they are name string functions, but they are not like a function with them. You can change a string in my game, format it, change it with a number, change the string in a global variable, and a lot more. All right, all right. Mid game, yeah, at runtime. Some to why. Okay, so here we have. Well, let's go into solid mode. Like this is a shape for now. I'll tell you what I like about the shape. What I like about the shape is um it looks good from the front. From the front is okay. I have to pull this thing a little bit. Well, let's put it from both sides. Let's go from here, and we're gonna scale it. Scale it like on the Y, so it has more volume there because it was like pretty flat before. Yeah, I think like that is okay. And what about this one? What about the other one? Let's look into wireframe mode here. And I'm gonna select this part and probably put it around like closer to the center. So let's move G to move and X for the vertices or for the sides. Probably gonna have to move it here too. Here, X, move it around here. And this part is gonna be a little bit lower, and a little bit to here. I'm gonna select that. It's gonna be a little bit to here. And we can select both of this from this perspective. Do they match? Solid. Let's go to solid. Do they match? I don't think I did it for both parts. Yeah, let me do Control Z. Let me do Control Z so we grab everything. Yeah, so here I'm gonna go here, wireframe, so we can select both parts or both sides. It's a little bit tricky to select both. So I'm just gonna select it here, like that. And Charkwave, you say, Hola, what did I miss the past few days? What's up, Charkwave? Welcome to the stream. Good to have you here. Really, good to have you here. And you missed, well, there's like a whole, there's a new version of the game out there you can play. It's version 0.1.3. So if you want to try it, it's out there for free. We did flying enemies. We did the electricity spell now last week. This week we finished making the electricity spell. We have a settings menu now. I'm doing a boss now. So yeah, that's it mainly. If you want to see like the full changes, you can go into the h.io page and you can see like change log. And Sonic, you say, okay, thanks for the tips. I'll go try fix it. And Monolife, you say, how long does it take to learn Blender? I think if you, well, depending on how much time you have, but in hours, you can get pretty good at Blender in like 20 or 100 hours. I know it sounds crazy, but over some weeks or month or months, you can get, yeah, I don't know what you call good, but you can get going. You can get going. Okay, so I'm gonna go in here and let's do G, X, move this here. And I'm gonna select both of those points, making them, yeah, roughly here. And just put this roughly where that is. And here I'm gonna grab this part, G, X, and let's just match it a little bit like that. Okay, so I think this bit here could be, yeah, this both of these points here could be a little bit closer to the center too. So let's do that. Let's lift it up here And let's lift this a little bit up too. So now our shape in there, well, still needs some. It doesn't need to be that pointy. Uh, but now it's like better, or it's closer to the shape that we want. So let's grab both of those points. We're gonna scale them on the Y, so we get a little bit more volume there. You know. So let's see how it looks from the side. From the side, well, it looks all right, but let's do one more change here. Scale X. Oh, not X. Scale Y. And something like that would be nice. Now let's select both of these points and let's scale X, or sorry, Y again. And let's make it like this. I think that's a solid shape for golem. It has a little bit of a butt, which I don't mind, but let's make it less. Let's remove some butt from him. So let's here. Let's do it like probably here. That seems all right. Seems all right from that side. And Crafty say fa fa. My game crashed because of 2 lines of code. Very relatable. Yeah, it happens. It happens. I never thought I would hear Roman say that. I would never thought of myself saying that. But yeah, let's just keep going with this. Okay, one thing, if this is not humanoid, but we want to like keep some humanoid form in it. So we know that on like a human, it's mostly well, it has a curve on the back. So yeah, you see, if you like see any human, we have a curve on our backs. So I'm gonna try and do something similar here. So this part should be a little bit more like flatter. So let's do here G Y. Let's move it around here, and I'm gonna do the same for this ones. And as soon as we get to a little bit to the top, we can just put these ones here, or let me uh, put this roughly a little bit less closer to here. So as soon as you get to the top, the shoulders start to like pop up more, especially in like buff creatures. So yeah, we're gonna leave a little bit of space there, so we can have like big shoulders for this guy. I think he needs a Control E, Control. That's for extruding. Control S, then Control G. Control G. What is Control G for? Control G. That's for vertex groups. Uh, Not humanoid, but humany. Yeah. So here, let's see what we have for now. Like, remember that this is just the torso part. We don't have the head yet, and we would probably want to make this just a little bit. Yeah, let's grab from both ends, just a little bit like this, so we have like space to show the eyes and stuff. Um, yeah, now it is very low poly. Probably I'm gonna cover the low poliness with textures. I think I'll texture paint this guy. Um, but yeah, we just want to get like the base first, and then we're gonna add some details. I don't think we're gonna add like a lot of stuff, but something. All right, so now we have the base shape for. Well, we still have to do this part here for the. You know that thing that pops up here for the leg, kind of. So I don't think we need it that much, but still, let's keep it. Let's adhere to the drawing. And here, let me select this face. Oh, this is the whole face. Yeah, so maybe what I want to do is this correctly centered? I don't know. Oh, let's use extrude from here because we could, yeah, we could use extrude from here. Let's extrude from here on here. So what we want to do is from here and here, we're just um well, I'm not sure if we should make it from here actually. Let's extrude here. Maybe here. Hmm. Still not sure. Still not sure how I'll make this. It could be another piece too. Like we don't need to have it as one piece. And Sharkwave, you say, question: will the golden boss be an actual boss with spawning rarely or in an arena, or a boss that becomes an enemy over time, with it spawning more frequent as you play? It's gonna be uh, like a proper boss. So I don't know if it's gonna spawn alone or not, but it's gonna only spawn at the last wave. So for example, if you have to play like 2 to 5 waves to like defeat the whole like wave, I don't know how to explain it. You will need to defeat this guy at as the last stage, you know? And Nepal, say I haven't played the latest build yet. I might stream it later this week, but the version I did play was the one right before 0.2 last week. Yeah, we have a version that's a little bit more updated. Like it has more stuff than what you played, Nepal. But I would suggest like just wait until I get 0.2 because you're gonna have a lot more to experience. And you say you need to cut once, press Control E. I think he needs it here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it as a separate piece because these things can get a little bit complicated if you try to put everything in like just one piece, or at least for me, because I'm not the most experienced um 3D modeler. So let's do just a cube, or what will we need? Yeah, I think a cube will do just fine. Let's do Control R. We want 2 cuts. Let's go from here. We want 2 cuts. Let's move the whole thing here, roughly here. And I'm gonna scale it from the side. Oh, this needs to be mirrored, but I'm gonna mirror this later. Here, let's do wireframe mode. I'm gonna scale it down, scale it, move it up, X, and yeah. So in here, I'm gonna need a cut in the middle. I'm gonna scale it on the X. Gonna grab every single point in here, gonna put it around here, scale it, and here I'm gonna move all of this up and scale it. Let's move it a little bit like this. How does this look? Let's go into solid. Yeah, it's overlapping, but I need to get these points here, this and this. These are gonna be smaller. Probably these points here too. Let's do S, X, or not X. I always do X, it's Y. It's Y, something like that. Yeah, they are not matching completely just because they are like other matches. Yeah, that was for Y. Um, well, only other M here is you. Nepal, you say thank you, no rush at all. Well, thank you for not rushing me. And Roman needs tech support. I agree. Let's see. Here I'm gonna do SY again, and I just want to match it to the these vertices, you know. Um, yeah, I'm probably gonna make this part here a little bit wider, like that, and this part here a little smaller. So S, Y, and scale. We can just try and join it. It's not going to look good at all, but if we join it, at least it's going to be Control J to join. It's going to be at least one mesh. Doesn't look that good, to be honest. What do you say? Doesn't really look that good. And Nepal, you say, yeah, rushing devs just leads to unfinished products, not trying to go down that road. Yeah, you're very, very right. And Miho, you say, Roman gets an even amount of compliments and roasting to keep his development flow. Exactly. All right, so yeah, we could technically just join this like that, but is it the best way to do this? I don't know. Let's go into this mode. Let's go into this mode, and I want to have vertices here, or like yeah, vertices here. So I'm gonna grab the edge. Both of these edges, I'm gonna do subdivide, so I can expose these things here. And what I'll do is I need to just um basically just get this point and what this point, and it's merging. So I'm gonna merge at the last point. So these are connected right now, and here merge last. So now they are merged, but here I need to do like a boolean. So maybe I should do this before. Let me think. Yeah, I think I'm not going to join this. I'm going to first make this separate, or make a boolean. Let's do here. Let's select the cube. Well, this is the cube, and Ikiten Kai says, "What engine did you use to make the game?" I'm using Unity. I'm using Unity. It's Unity version 6 point something. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's Unity. And the model that I'm making, it's being made on Blender. Yeah, and you say I can't type. I can't type today, so I'm letting AI clean up my grammar. Yeah, no worries, no worries. Like there's just days that I can't speak a single word of English. Like I just get here to streaming, and like not a single proper word comes out of my mouth. So I completely get it. All right, so now I would like to match it as best as I can so it doesn't create like very weird shapes. Let's get rid of this. Yeah, let's just try to do the boolean for now. Let's just do boolean, and I want to get the operands, probably the difference, and I'll do object here, and I think I can just join like that, apply. So if I get this out, yeah, you saw what happened there. So it got caught where like exactly. The problem with this is, oh, actually, there's no problem with this. I don't see the problem. These are two separate pieces, though. Two separate pieces. Let's style this a little bit more. So like here, I'm just gonna grab both of these ends. I'm gonna do G, X, and here the same. But for this end, G, X. I guess that's all right. And I see Yannick point that out. And you say Moin LF, can you show us where this where this boss area will be? Well, there it's just going to be wherever you do the last like wave of the uh yeah, like the last subwave. So before you clear the whole wave, wherever so it could be here, it could be here, wherever there's like zones, it could be there. So there's not going to be like one specific zone. And Ladybug Mouse, you say, "Hi, this is my first time on YouTube. What should I expect?" 6-7. Well, welcome to the stream, Ladybug Mouse. I'm not sure what you should expect, but this is game dev. If you're interested in games or game development or things like that, you're on the right place. Yeah, so just welcome. You say on Sharkwave, you say, last question for today. I promise. No worries, dude. Ask away whatever you want. And how big are you planning to make the game? I'm planning to make the game very big, to be honest. Like, if this is the started area, at least I'm not going to. Don't trust my numbers, but at least 6 times this. At least could be 10 or 12 times this size, or even more. But I don't want to promise anything. I'm just gonna like expand it, and I'll show you. And Rain, I'm gonna skip your comment, Mijo. I read it, but I'm gonna skip it. Rain, the disassembly drone, says, I want fresh chalky milk and Oreos. And you say, did you know that you are drinking waters? Sometimes it goes glorp, 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 splish, splash. Very, very wise words you said there. Rain, the disassembly drone. Well, welcome to the stream, first of all. Welcome, welcome. But yeah, very wise words. Okay, so let's head into Blender again. Let's go into Blender. So this part, like, it doesn't need to be united. Now I think about it. Now that I think about it, um, but I could export it as like another part. I'm still thinking how I'm gonna handle this. For now, I'm just gonna make this be the boss core, and this part I'm gonna just add a modifier. I'm going to mirror this, and I want to have a mirror object. So it's gonna be, well, the mirror object. Let me pull the origin there. The mirror object is gonna be the origin. So yeah, at least it's there. It's gonna look separated because they are separate pieces, but if I want to, I can join them, and it should look better. And Nevo say, "Oh, what does Nick? Yeah, we gotta ask him when he's here. Title's fun." And Miho say, "My compliments are schemes in disguise." Yeah, I know, I know. And Moinlap, you say, "What will the world be like? Yeah, what will the world be like? Will it be one interconnected map, a collection of worlds to travel to, or how do you envision it?" I envision it as a very big map, a connected map. Maybe there will be some zones that are not going to be connected, but I envision it as a very big map with different areas in it. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm open. I'm open and flexible to change it if I find something better. And that one guy, you say 64 float kernels. I have 3 more types and 2 more OSs. Well, that's a lot of work, but I'm glad you're hardworking and like putting the work that's needed for your API or GPU. And you say, is there a map that the player can use to find its location? Yeah, eventually I will make a map. Not now, but eventually. Yeah, like there's gonna be like probably like quests and things you can track, but for now I'm just getting the base uh, of the game working, like just the core functionality, like making the game be fun, and then I'm going to expand the world and all the other stuff. um Well, yeah, there is technically a map of the game, but it's not displayed. Okay, I want to see what if I grab this thing and I'm gonna grab this ends here. This doesn't have the best geometry, to be honest. Doesn't really have the best geometry. Well, I'm just gonna grab those ends here. These ends, and I'm gonna do G Z. Would this make more sense? I don't think so. Like I want this boss to look like sharp, because the other ones are every other enemy in the game is uh like a circular, or how can I say, rounded. So this one is gonna be like sharp for contrast with the other guys. Okay, so what next? Do we do the feet, the feet, the shoulder, the hands, or the head first? What do you say? Or like block it out, basically. Mm, yeah, Nick eventually will find every exploit. And Moinlef, you say, could you please tell me the steps involved in making a horror game, or the FPS, frames per second, is if possible. I apologize for asking so many questions, but I see you as a role model. Wow, you see me as a role model. Well, thank you. I'm very, I really appreciate it. Well, to start, I would first do like the idea of the horror game, like what do you want to have in the game. Then, like when you have the idea clear, you're gonna put that idea into tasks that you need to complete. So, for example, if you want to have a simple horror game that is that is like no, you go into a cabin where there are gonna be like ghosts, and the ghosts are gonna appear after you complete the task. So you know you're gonna have to make a cabin model. You're gonna have to make a player that moves around so you can like play. You're gonna have to get to the ghost functionality, and yeah, the model and the functionality. You're gonna have to have the task system. So yeah, I would put everything down, and that's what I do. I just put everything down on Notion, and I start, yeah, like just building it. Once I know what I want to do, I just put it into task and start building them. Give me a second. I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break, and I'm gonna be right back. Hello, I'm back. Let me read you real quick. You say we've exited him. He needs it. And that one guy, I like assembly, not macOS assembly. It sucks so bad. And check what you say. If you're gonna make a big map, I suggest that you make a travel system through a mini map, unless you want players to explore an adventure, because people who grind exist. Yeah, I'm also a slow typer. Yeah, don't worry, don't worry. Yeah, I want to have something like Elden Ring, basically. Well, a lot of other games do it, but yeah. So you have to explore the zones of the map, but once you explore that zone, or you get to like uh, a place like a tower or something. I don't know what it will be, but you need to get to a like a checkpoint. Once you get there, you can travel from anywhere again. But you need to get there first by foot or by I don't know if there's gonna be mounts in the game. I'm not sure. Not gonna suggest anything, but you need to get there first. Well, don't GPU and Chivan Shah. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but welcome. Can I call you Chiva? Chivan? You say hi, bro. What's up, Chivan? Welcome to the stream. Can I call you that, please? Because I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm very, very sorry. And you say cool guy. So salutations. It is me, cool guy. Well, welcome back to the stream, cool guy. Yeah, which cat? It's just a random cat eating chips. Okay, okay. Let's get back into this one. So let's do the hands. I think Moinelev said hands first. So let's first define this is gonna be the boss core 02, or yeah, I'm just gonna call it boss core 02. And here I'll do another shape now for the hands. So the hands are gonna be a little bit more complicated. I don't know how I'll make them. I'm probably gonna start with a cube. Probably gonna start with a cube. So let's do match. Um, yeah, are we in object mode? Yeah. Let's do match cube. And here, basically the shape that I want to achieve is like give this curvature. It's gonna be mostly like a cube, but I want to give it like this little curvature, so it's not just a cube. So how do we start? I'm gonna put it here, roughly around where we have this. I'm gonna go into wireframe mode, and yeah, I think I'm just going to disable the other stuff just so we have the cube, and we're gonna tackle that separately. So now, what do we want? We want our hand to have some sort of like width, but let's actually find the size of this hand. The size is gonna be like roughly like this, right? Compared to the other piece. Um, and mine left, you say how many fingers does he have? Three, just three. He doesn't need that many. And cool guys say might try creating the rock feller when I finish that tutorial. What's the rock feller? Like this guy? And yeah, are you following that tutorial? How's it going? How's the tutorial going? To cut the cube in the shape? Okay, yeah. But he looks at a golem tree. Okay, let's get this shape roughly sorted out. So let's first scale it on the set. I'm gonna scale it on the set. And since I made this like roughly to represent or to like have a little bit of perspective, it's not gonna match up completely. Let's see. Well, I thought two cuts would be good, but I think I'm gonna do three cuts. And Carts 10 says hi. Welcome to the stream, Carts. Welcome, welcome. How is it going? And Moin Left, you say you need a sphere which resembles a circle. A sphere that resembles a circle. I think I'm gonna use that for maybe the part here, because I think the fingers could be blocky, could stay blocky. But yeah, sure, for the center, I could use something like that. Yeah, let's go in here, and I'm just gonna basically grab this part here. I'm gonna probably do a cut. Well, let's first do a cut around here too, so we can keep that. Let's put this around here. I'm gonna scale down on the X here. Um, And what I want to do is grab one of these points here, move it here, around here, And on this one too, just move this roughly there, like that, and like this, probably something like that. So yeah, now let's also make this a little bit less wide on this side. So our shape is like this, you know? Now it's gonna be super, super wide because we haven't touched any of that. And Trackwave, you say, here is a great suggestion. You should make this NPC that allows you to gamble your currency of 100 for spells or stuff, and the top price is like a gamble spell that either buffs you or nerfs you. Nerfs you. I'm not sure if I'll do that, if I'll implement it, but it's such a good idea. Such a good idea. I'm not sure if it will be in the game at the end, but I need to add this. I need to have this here. So gambling NPC. Thanks for the suggestion, Shockwave. I don't know why the photo gets copied twice. Yeah, like that. Right. So yeah, going back to the hands again. Say K4 Agastia. Say it kind of looks like Golem from Pokemon. Not gonna lie. Yeah, it does a little bit, to be honest. Well, hello and welcome to the stream, by the way. Okay, so here now that we have our hand, we need to make it. It shouldn't be the same width from every perspective, you know. So I'm gonna make it a little bit like smaller here. The closer to the center, the chunkier is gonna be. So let's grab these sides here, these parts around here, and I'm gonna scale them on the X, no, on the Y, like that, and here too. So I'm just gonna, I can just probably go here, wireframe, select every single one of them, and do scale Y, and do this. So it's gonna have a chunky hand. It's gonna try and slap you too. And that's a lot of betting. All right, so I think I could probably put this up a little bit to here. So on the X, not everything, just these 2 points. I think we're good with that. Yeah. Now the for the mm, yeah, for the fingers. I don't know why I forgot that. For the fingers, I'm going to have like separate pieces probably. So they are gonna be yeah, like pretty separate. And Shockwave, you say I'll be back. I'm gonna try to design this NPC in pixel art just because I can. Okay, all right. And you say, what is slots? Slots, it's the roulette that appears sometimes when people bet. And yeah, that's it. All right, so now that we have, I'm not really sure if that's gonna be our hand shape. Probably gonna make it chunkier, like even chunkier here. So scale along the Y axis. It needs to be chunky, like it's gonna be a powerful enemy. You know? And about the fingers, well, this is gonna be rotated. By the way, this is gonna be rotated. I don't know, like this. You know? It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Let's make it chunky. Let's make it more chunky. Like let's exaggerate this. And here probably too. Yeah, I'm gonna grab this whole side here. Scale Y. Probably gonna, yeah, something like that. So like a big hands, because if we go and look for the core and stuff, it should be like big related to to the player. And remember that the player size is this one. Like it's gonna be twice the size of the player. It could be like even bigger, but we need to figure that out. Guto Head says, "Hey, hello, what's up, Guto Head? Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. How's it going?" And say, try to separate your fingers to make it easier. Yeah, I'll make them separate. So here first, because I want to keep the pieces separate, so we can animate them separately. So yeah, let's do another. Let's first do um like a copy of this, or like a mirror. And Jack Black says, "Yo, what's up, Jack Black? Welcome to the stream. How is it going?" All right. So here I'm gonna grab the cube. So the cube is our hand, and we're gonna use the mirror modifier, and I want to mirror it from the origin. So yeah, we have both hands there. It's gonna look very different from what the drawing displays, because it's like not a drawing. Basically, we have it on 3D. But I'm gonna keep it roughly there and try to like match it as best as I can. And you say good. Well, I'm very glad that you're good, Jack Black. Um, and yeah, we're gonna figure it out like more of the how it's gonna like move and stuff when we import this into Unity. And Miho says solving a problem may require approaching it from a different angle. Paired with an image of guy breaking it from chimney. Chimney is really fun. Well, it is. And Bacon process, if you born in January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Uh, Same special. Well, what? Well, I'm special then. All right, let's do another match here. So it's gonna be cube. And Jack Black, you say you're going for a golem-like design? Yes, exactly. So this is what we have for now. Like this is the design. Um, and I'm trying to follow my design as best as I can, so we can have it as a 3D guy for our game. All right, so here, this cube is for our fingers, or one finger really. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna move it here on the X. Let's go on the Y. Let's move it here, here. And it doesn't need to be like exactly in the middle. I just want to scale it down a little bit. Gonna probably go here. Um, do a little bit of a cut. Probably two cuts. Control R, two cuts. And I'm gonna grab the whole thing, scale it on the X, on the set. So like this, chunky finger. And what I want to do with this is basically like this is gonna be separated. See, where army? I'm not sure what you said there, Bacon Pro. And Miho always say anti-chamber is so fun for giving life lessons while you destroy your simulated reality. This looks like the type of boss that would do a finger wiggle before attacking. It might do. You never know. So what I want to do is like basically getting this finger. Well, let's scale it a little bit more here. It still needs to be like chunky. So yeah, let's put it roughly here, here. Let's do it a little bit more chunky scale, like that. Because we're gonna have only three fingers. So probably gonna make it just a little bit, like that. And I wanna like, I wanted to like have it flex. Like you're not going to be controlling, or the animation is not going to be controlling the finger or how the finger behave. Uh, you're just gonna be able to rotate it. So I have to apply the rotation in here first. Let's grab this, and this, and let's put it here, closer to here. Gonna move it a little bit on here. Yeah, I guess that's right. And I'm gonna move this one to Y, on the Y. Maybe rotate it a little too. So here, and which direction on the X I want to rotate it. I'm gonna make it a little bit less chunky here, but just a little bit, like this, I guess. And that's gonna be one of our fingers for the boss. Yeah, so if we were to move this stuff, if we were to move this finger, uh, we need to have the origin point at a place that makes sense to be able to rotate it. And Jack Black, you say, this seems like a guard for miners, dwarf, in a village that would be underground. Yeah, that would be a very cool thing to have. Would make a lot of sense there. But for now, since like this is the map of the game that I'm making, we don't have a very extensive map for now, so it's just gonna be there uh in the last stage of the wave. So yeah, it's gonna be, could be anywhere. Could be anywhere. Let me make it a little bit bigger so you can see what's our map like. But surely when I expand the map, maybe we can have it somewhere else that makes uh, like give it a more background. Yeah, let's get into Blender again. And Moinalaf, you say, do the joints in the hands need to be cut more often? I don't think so. It's just gonna be like this. I think it's enough for like to let the player know this is a hand. And if I look at my hand, my at least my I don't know if everyone's hand is the same, but you see like there's a little bit of a curve here. So I'm just gonna make the I'm gonna put a little bit of a curve here too. So it looks a little bit more natural, at least. Like it doesn't need to be like straight into the hand because it's gonna be animated separately. And Jack Black, you say, oh yeah, I see. All right, so now that we have this or this one here, instead of doing every single one separately, I'm just gonna duplicate this one. So this is gonna be finger 01, finger 01. I'm just gonna duplicate it. So I can do. I think it's. I always, since I use so many programs, I always have problems figuring out what's duplicated. But here on Blender, the duplication is just Shift D. But before I do the duplication, let me move this back to where it was. I'm gonna do the rotation after, so we can use this as a duplicate. Let's just duplicate, and I'm gonna move it on the X, but it's not going to be the same. It's gonna be a little bit larger. So this is the one on the middle. So I'm just gonna make it. I'm gonna scale it on. Well, not from here. I'm gonna scale it like this. Let me go from here, wireframe. I'm gonna select every single uh, edge, or not edge, sorry, every single vertice, and I'm just gonna move it a little bit to here. And also I'm gonna make it solid again, grab all the faces around here and pull them just a little bit like closer to like forward, move them forward a little bit. Now I'm gonna grab this face and make it just a little bit larger. Say Control D. Yeah, I tried Control D, but here for duplication. Yeah, yeah, that's exactly the what you need to do for Unity. So if you were to duplicate things in Unity, and I'm so used to it, just do Control D. But for Blender, it's Shift D. Um, and Miho always say, "Hey Roman, what's the red thing under a chicken's beak called?" I'm not sure. I'm not sure I know that word. I don't think I know it in English nor in Spanish. How is it called? And you say, I read, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm out of it. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna do. Well, there's gonna be finger 01, and this other one is gonna be finger 02. And here, well, since the hands are basically the same, I don't really need to mirror them because I'm gonna import them. And see, you say, well, Minecraft 3D model says it's a red thing. Is it registered as that? So you can alt, then click on the face, and it will easily select all surrounding faces. Yeah, so if you wanna like select a loop, it works this way. I always have problem because when I want to select, let's say this ring here, you need to like look from the side to do that. It works very weird. But thank you. All right, so now let's duplicate the finger again. Let's do Shift D. Let's move it around here. And this one is gonna be a little bit smaller. So I'm just gonna scale it down here. Scale it down, and yeah, I think probably that could just make it. So let's just move it here. And that's gonna be our hand for this guy. Hit the notification bell. Yeah, I always like I never say that, but yeah, if you regularly see the channel and you want to support me, like press subscribe and also click the notification bell so you know when I'm streaming. Uh, so yeah, if you do, thank you. If you don't, well, thank you for watching again. Anyway, okay, finger 03. This is the last finger. All right, so we have our hand. It's a little bit different from what we had at the beginning, and it's going to look. Uh, I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna change this a little bit, and I'm gonna use what Moine Left told me. I'm gonna use that selection, and I'm gonna make it a little bit less rounded, like that. Just a little bit less rounded. So here, edit mode. I'm selecting faces, and I want to select this around here. Let's do G, Y, move it around here. I could also probably like, yeah, let's first do that. And here, let's do G, Y. I think that's okay. That's better than what we had because it looked like spaghetti or something. Here, I want to grab this bits on here, and I'm probably gonna make them. Yeah, I don't know. I could probably make him here and here. What do you say? I think that looks a little bit better. Or actually, let's keep this like this, but the palm shouldn't be as chunky. The palm shouldn't be as chunky. So I'm gonna make it like a little bit rounded on the inside. You know? Maybe like that. And Jack Black, you say, what is your rating on Blender? I would give Blender a solid 8 or 9. Yeah, you can do pretty much. Nah, I give it a 10. Blender is awesome. I love Blender. It's super good. Um, Compared to other programs, like maybe they have some other stuff, but what I like about Blender is that it's open source and it's completely free. So it's very good. Even if you're like a professional, uh, it is still very good. And if you're just starting, you can try it for free. So I would say it's very good. And Vincent, Vincent Garcia says, "Nice try, Diddy." What? Well, hello, Vincent. What are you saying? Me always say I'm not brave enough for multiplayer. To myself, it's too much effort and hard to do. Yeah, like I say, because I'm thinking of making a game. Yeah, I would recommend Blender, 100% recommended. Right. So we have the cord, we have the hands, and well, actually, I don't know if I'll make this a separate thing. Like, I'll need to export it separately. But for now, I'll just grab every one of this, and I'll do bool. So Boolean modifier, and where's the origin? Origin. I can't put the origin there. And Jules Davies uh, sent a pineapple emoticon. What's up, Jules? Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. And look how quickly you give up. You need a little effort. Okay, so here, let's just do finger one first. Let's do boolean, and origin. Or why isn't the origin showing up? Oh, I know why. Because what I need is not a boolean. What I need is the mirror. What I need is the mirror, so I'm gonna select object origin. And it only works for one. Let's do it for the middle one now. Mirror. And do origin. And this one here, yeah, that's already there. Let's do the one in the inside. Mirror. Mirror and origin. So yeah, this is just for like making it having the shape mirrored, but we're gonna export this separately. And Jules Davis, you say hi. Well, hello and welcome to the channel, Jules. I'm making a game here, so if you wanted to know what's happening here, I'm making a game. This is the game. Basically, you're a wizard and you have spells that you can select with your arrows. So, if for example, I could do up, left, left, up to select a fire spell, and if I go to, you see um, that zone there. If you get there, there are going to be some enemies spawning. So yeah, I'm gonna select the ice bomb, which is a ice spell, which is very effective against ice enemies. And yeah, we have this spell here too. I'm just gonna select the fire spell just to show you how it looks like. And we have also this stun uh, effect here, or this stun spell. So yeah, this is the game, and currently I'm making a boss, so we have more. You have more of a challenge beating the game, and I don't know why, but I think I think there's a bug here that I need to fix. But yeah, that's the game like. And Lady Bugmouse, you say, can you ban me? I want to know what it's like. Um, yeah, I can do that for you. Do you want me to unban you after I ban you, or do you want to stay banned? What do you say? And say, well, Miho was first. The right answers may also be the most obvious ones. That's a good one. And Moinalife, you say, will the animation be easy? I don't think it will be easy. But yeah. Okay, I'm gonna ban you, and I'm gonna unban you if I'm not sure when I will unban you because I don't know how it works. But yeah, I'm gonna ban you, and I'm not sure when I will unban you, but it's not going to be more than a day. Okay. See ya. See ya, Ladybug. Um, I can also give you a timeout, but yeah, you want to ban. Okay, here it goes. Okay, was banned from the channel. Well, I don't know how that works. Let me try to. Can I unban? Hi events user banned. Can I unban? Well, I'll figure it out after the stream. And Mijo will say, Roman, you're popular. Uh, that's great. That's great. People want to be hit by your banhammer. In Moin Life, you say, may I suggest that more effects can be added? Yeah, for sure, for sure. There's gonna be like more spells. I plan to have 20 to 50 spells. But yeah, for sure. Feedback is really appreciated. Okay, let's go back to Blender. Let's go back to Blender. And we need to do the feet of this guy and the head. Well, the shoulders too. Let's do the shoulders first, because I think the shoulders are gonna be like really important part of this guy. So it looks like imposing and very wide. All right, let's do that. Let's do. We can start from a cube, or we can start from half a cylinder. I think I'll do half a cylinder here. Yeah, probably 12 is all right. Generate UVs and gone. The cap fill is gonna be a triangle fan. And now it's time to. Well, first I want to hide every. I think there was like hide, hide, uh, unselected. Yeah, so I can have hide everything else but this. And now I'm gonna go in here and do this thing here. So, oh, I think it's gonna be easier if I just do wireframe and select every single piece in here. I just do X and delete the faces. So now this is completely like flat. All right, so now I want to close this here and close this here. Now let's do Alt H, I think it was. Reveal hidden. Yeah, I just want to bring everything back. What else? Let's position this. Let's position this somewhere here. Let's do it in here. Let's do S and Z. So we find a proper size for this. I know I want like a little bit of a rotation here. A rotation like that. And let's move it like this. I'm gonna go in wireframe mode, and it needs to like match with the other part here. And it doesn't need to be, as I've said before, it doesn't need to be um exactly matching with the other matches, because they are gonna be separated. So now, what do I want from this? I want to basically cut it in. mm, Yeah, let's put some cuts in this. Let's first give it 2. And what the shape that I want is gonna be like more um well, in this way. I just have to make it shorter here. I'm gonna scale on the Y like that. And it's gonna be like, I don't know how to describe this shape, but it's gonna be like flat at the bottom, and it's gonna be like rounded at the top. So let's try and do something like that. So what I want to do basically is select here wireframe, gonna select edges, or no, sorry, I want to select these pieces here. And what I want to do is basically make them shorter. So on the Y like this. And I'm gonna select everything but that little point, and I'm gonna make it like this. And Moina Love, you say, I'm going to study. Will I find you in 30 minutes? Well, cool stuff. You're taking to study seriously. I'll see you when you come back. Yeah, I'm gonna be here in 30 minutes. So see you, and I hope you have a good studying session. All right, so now for this, I'm gonna figure the sizes after. Let's just get the shape first. So here, I'll do S, Y, and scaling it like that. And for here, it looks like a juggernaut from, I don't know, like a space marine. All right, so now that we have that, I also want to make it look that way from the side. So mm, let's grab first. Let's go into edit mode. Let's grab this part first. I want to move it like probably like this. Yeah, probably like this. In here, let's grab this parts, you know, and this parts here, like that. How does it look solid? Solid, it looks like I don't know. I don't know how it looks, but it looks cool. So we're good. We're good. I think I would like to give it a little bit more like character. So I'm gonna make this part, uh, like I'm gonna close this part a little bit. So here, G, X, and move this right here. I'll probably do this with the other part here, G, X. Or actually, it can stay like that, but I'm just gonna put these points here, uh, like this, so it looks a little bit more jagged because this is like a rock. So, all right, now for the size, I think the size is okay. I think it's a little bit too big in the wide scale maybe, or the set. Maybe on the set I can make it a little bit shorter. Set, scale it like this, and I'm gonna go edit mode and pull it a little bit to here. I guess that's fine. Let's pull it also a little bit closer to here. And we can also make it a little bit wider. I think that looks okay. Looks fine. Now let's do a mirror. And what's the name of this? It's cylinder. We're gonna call this. How do you call this part? It's not like the shoulders, but yeah. For now, let's just do shoulder because I know the name in Spanish, like it's hombrera. Let me look it up. Hombrera, hombrera in English. It's pad, shoulder pad, or shoulder plate. Mm, I'll just call it shoulder. I'll just call it shoulder. All right. So we have that now. That we have that. Um, we have to make the head and the feet, and we're gonna be done with the blockout. We still need like more detail and like make the core piece, but we're gonna be good with the blockout. And I know, well, we have been here for like 2 hours. I think we're pretty decent on time, and we have done a lot. So let's add a modifier to the shoulder, and the modifier that I want to add is the mirror modifier. Let's select origin as the mirror object, and that's gonna mirror or like this thing. Okay, so it's looking fine. It's looking fine. Let's add the head now. The head is gonna be, I think, it's gonna be the simplest piece. So it's just Shift A to add a new piece. I'm gonna add cylinder, and yeah, let's just put it in the middle there. So it needs to be a little bit tilted. It's gonna be a little bit tilted, but I think that size is okay. That size is okay. Let's make it just a little bit shorter so it has like space for like to do stuff. I'm gonna make it scale it here. and give it a little bit of a tilt. But before, let's make it a little bit shorter. And I'm gonna rotate it this way on the X. And if I rotate it like this, for example, how will it move? Rotate Z. It looks funky. Let's do Control A. Let's apply the rotation. And if I do here, I do the movement like this. That still is a little bit funky, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Okay, so what I want to do is basically grab the bottom part of this. Let's grab the bottom. We really don't need the bottom, to be honest, because this is only going to show the top part or the top piece. But just so we know there's something there, I'm gonna keep it. Okay, so let's scale it, or let's first move it here. Let's do wireframe, move it here, and I'm gonna scale it too. Solid. Scale it, but I just want to scale it on the X. And Chuck Review say I finished the pixel art drawing on the NPC. If you want to see it. Also, should I share on the actual Discord server or privately message you on Discord? Also, you can use the art whatever whenever you want. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. I think the Discord server is fine. Like, that's the place where everyone can like see the stuff. And yeah, for sure, do it there. Yeah, so everyone can see it. So everyone can see it. And you could put it on either share weep or self promo or images wherever you like. Just tell me where you put it so I can see. All right, so let's make this. Let's give it a little bit more scale on the set. And let's make it a little bit like this. So we have space to put the eyes on. And Kumot Singh says, "What's up, man? New here. Well, hello and welcome to the channel. Um, yeah, hello and welcome. How are you? How is it going? So here we are making a 3D model of a new character for our game. This is gonna be a boss for our game, and let me show you. Since you're new here, I'm gonna show you what the game is about. But like you can figure out a little bit of what this boss is. It's like a golem. That's gonna be like a tanky golem. So yeah, let me show you. So this is our game. It's a magic game where you control this silly little guy, and it's currently on version like 0.1.3. And Kumut, you say fine here. What about you, man? I'm pretty good. Thanks for asking, and I'm glad that you're doing fine. And yeah, this game is like basically you're this wizard guy, and you have to go to for now. You have to go to these zones. I'm planning to expand it later, but the objective now is to get to these zones, and you have to press control in a series of arrow combinations. For example, if I do up, left, left, up, I can select fireball. So that's my spell. And for example, the fireball is going to be very effective against these types of enemies that appear here on the snow area, so ice enemies. And we have four spells for now. I'm working on making more. Yeah, like you have this one, you have an ice bomb, which is not going to be very effective against these guys, but they get frozen, so they go a little bit slower. And also, the latest addition to our spells is this one, which shocks enemies. So yeah, that's the game, and that's what there currently is to the game. And yeah, we're working on making more stuff, specifically a boss right now. And Kumot, you say, where are you gonna publish the game at? I plan to release it on Steam, but that's gonna be like in a year when I have the game finished. For now, if you go to the second link in the description, you will see like I have it here on itch, where like you can try it out. Like it's out and you can try it. and tell me what you think of it. If you find any bugs or whatever, or if you have any recommendation, you can tell me there or here. And Sharkwave, you say I posted it on our channel, and it's pretty simple, to be honest. All right. And Gagan Opal, favorite Pokemon other than Pikachu. I don't know how the I don't know the name of the Pokemon, but I would say there's like a monkey that is like made out of, like, it's a green monkey. It's not a very powerful one, but I like it. I don't know. It's like made out of leaves or something. Um, yeah, let me open Discord so I can see your art. Shockwave. Grookey. Maybe Grookey. And Race, you say, Sir, do you love watermelon and fried chicken? Uh, I don't like watermelon. I do like fried chicken. And you're banned just because you want to like make racist jokes. Racist jokes are not allowed here. Like, I'm not going to uh, tell you to not use racist jokes, but here is not the place. So you're banned. But bye bye. All right, let me go in here. Uh, you say it's Rocky or Rillaboom? It's full evolution. Let me look it up. So here, Grookey or Brookie. No, not that one. Maybe Rillaboom. No, it's another one. I don't know the name of it. And Kumo, to say, was that a racist joke? I didn't get it. Yeah, like it's like a racist joke, like with black people, like grape juice, like fried chicken and watermelon. And honestly, I don't really care about that. And with my friends, I use that jokes. Like my friends are use that jokes with me. But it's, if you're just joining a community and you don't know anyone, um, or you don't know the people you're talking with, like it doesn't make that much sense to use jokes like that, you know. And you say I love Blaziken and Giratina. Blaziken and Giratina. Let me look them up because I'm like, I like Pokemon, but I don't know a lot of the new ones. Blaziken. Oh, that's nice. That's a cool one. And the other one was Giratina. Oh yeah, I've seen this one. Isn't that like a, yeah, it's a legendary. And you say racism sucks. Yeah, it's how you say it in what context. Like I wouldn't, if my friends said that to me. Like my friends, my friends joke with me that way. Like I'm not saying ban words. I'm saying keep the words to the context that they are bound to. Like, you know. All right. So yeah, Giratina is legendary. It's awesome, an awesome one. Okay, let's see. Let's go in here and let's do the feet. So that's the last part. I also probably need to do the eyes, but I'm gonna do the eyes inside Unity. It doesn't need to be done here. Um, and this guy, how is he gonna move his neck? His or his head? Because I need to find a way to rotate it that makes sense. So like this, it doesn't really work. It's gonna be like pretty limited in the way it moves his head. Probably can do something like that. Maybe I'll have to assign a range where he can move his head. And me always say we are not racist. We're funny racist. We don't earn in it and are out for the equality. Exactly. You get it, Mijo. All right, so this cylinder is gonna be head, and now we just have to do the feet. So let's do Shift A. Let's do cylinder. Oh, let me. I didn't actually open it here. Yeah, let's go into romanleco community and art. Yeah, NPC concept for Roman game. Nice. So this is gonna be the gambling guy. I like having an NPC like that, and I like the color combination, the red with the green. It's pretty cool. We could have something like that too. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'll add the gambling guy, but it's nice. It's nice. Or we'll see. We'll see. First, I need to like get the bosses and like other stuff. In chat, if you say, "Okay, Postal, the monkey Pokemon," you said that Pokemon is a monkey in the gaming channel. Let me check. Yeah, and we need to find that one. And Kumot saying, you say, when do you lives? I do from Monday through Friday, and I always start at the same time. So I started 2 hours ago, and I end generally like I do 4 hours Monday through Friday. So yeah, and you say I can join your lives when you do. Yeah, so that's it. That's it. I do start at the same time every day, and if you want to check the times where I start, in the banner of the channel, you should be able to see them. Let's see. In gaming, that's all the Pokemon. Uh, yeah, this one. How's this one called? This one in the left. That guy's epic. Yeah, what's the name? Monkey. All right, let's put this here and let's center it. Let's do wireframe and put it around here. Let's do some cuts in edit mode. How many cuts will we need? Let's start with one. Let's move it where we want it. So roughly here. And Dandy for 30 says, one time I ate chopstick because I thought it was flavored butter. Relatable. Welcome to the stream, Dandy. Welcome. How's it going? And Charquaid, you say the Pokemon is named Pansage. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. All right, so I want to maybe make it a little bit like this. So I'm gonna scale it down here. Make it just a little bit like this. I'm gonna make another cut here. Scale it up. Make another cut here. Roughly. Scale it down. I'm gonna make another cut here. It needs to be asymmetric, so I'm not going to scale everything. I'm just gonna put this parts here, and I'm gonna select this and probably gonna take it here. Now this is not going to look very nice because it's like a boulder, um, but we can style it now. So we should be like we're getting closer to have the full block out. And Miho will say, "All right, Pansage, I barely forgot." Yeah, I'm not very good at remembering the Pokemon names. All right. So now that we have that, I want to make this like a little bit more stylized. Let's put this around here, maybe. Let's do Y. Let's make this part um, like this, you know? And I'm gonna scale this back. So you know which part is like front. So I'm gonna maybe extrude this part too. And I'm gonna extrude on the Y. And this is not like a sneaker. So I'm gonna change the shape here. Let's do Z. Let's do X, or sorry, Y. And I'm gonna put this part here. I'm gonna select it. Put this back here, G, Y. Yeah, something like that. Maybe we can make this um a little bit to here. Let's do this and this here too. Yeah, the problem is that it's still a little bit too chunky for me. De mijo Mario de Pokemon, also Luigi. Let's see, let's see. So I'll probably grab these points here. Let's move here. Let's move it here. Like that. It's still like a rocky thing, so it doesn't need to be smooth or anything. It can be jagged with this enemy. Because remember that we want to have like a something that makes contrasts in shapes with the other guys, because our the other enemies and the player are like pretty rounded. So I want to have something uh, a little bit more like straight lines and stuff, you know. So I'm gonna select this thing here, this thing, this thing. I'm gonna scale it on the X. Yeah, it doesn't need to be exactly like the drawing. It doesn't need to be exactly like it. Now, I think we're fine with that. I wouldn't like to make this that rounded, to be honest. Maybe I can grab this part here on, well, here and here, here and here, and scale it a little bit more. And grab this part and slide it a little bit, scale it. Yeah, what about that? It looks like a foot at least. It does look like a foot, in my opinion. It's like a very chunky feet. But it is a feet after all. Okay, let's select everything. I'm gonna go wireframe mode. Let's go from this side. I'm gonna select, yeah, all the faces here. And what I want to do is just making it less chunky on the X probably. Let's go solid mode. Yeah, probably like that. And I think we're good. We're good. Let's just make, I'm just gonna grab everything and make it a little bit more scaled on the X. Totally. And Shark Wave, you say my favorite Pokemon is probably Aggron at the moment, just because I like defense in games. My Aggron, Ami in Legends Set A. I don't know what the name is, but that's the new Pokemon game, right? Has over 300 defense and is under leveled. Not to brag or anything. That's cool. That's cool. Let me look up Aggron. Aggron. Oh, that's badass. That's very cool. Yeah, there are plenty of interesting designs for the Pokemons. All right, so let's grab this cylinder. It's gonna be foot or boss foot, and I'm gonna add the modifier of um what modifier do I want here? Mirror, mirror for everything, and origin. Okay, we are done with the blockout. We are done with the blockout. Now, the thing is, I could go into the game and start working on the thing as it is, but I think today, like, I just want to lock in the graphics part of this, and maybe also make it walk towards you, but like just for just for the navigation. Like I don't actually want to have any animation or anything. It's just navigation and having the boss be an entity that you can damage. So like the basic setup, the very very basic setup. All right, so yeah, we're good with the hands. We're good with the core. We need to add in the core a very important part, which is if you go here, you'll see. Well, it has like some more different shapes too, but we want to add a shape like this. So let's do that shape. Let's do another shape here. Let's what can we use for starters? What can we use for starters? Mm, well, I reckon we could use a cube, just a cube. Let's put it right around there. Let's do wireframe mode. Let's scale it down to roughly where it is. And this is not symmetrical, so I'm gonna like make it as best as I can. And let's give it some proper cuts. Just two cuts. And I don't want to slide them. Let's just do one cut first. Here, cut. Let's move it around here. Or you know what? I'm gonna do the two, so we can have it symmetrical. And yeah, I'm gonna do escape. I'll scale on the set, move them like this probably, and yeah, staying in wireframe, I'll go to this mode, and I'm going to scale this on the X, so we can get that shape like that. Let's do it like this. And yeah, now that we have this shape, what I want to do with it is basically this is going to be like a gem in the middle of its chest. Let's first go into object mode, scale it on the Y, and let's see where where it lies on the boss core. It's going to be somewhere here. Yeah. Oh, I need to select the whole thing somewhere here. You know. So yeah, what I want to do is like I'm just going to select these faces here, and I want to extrude here just to give it a little bit more volume, and probably gonna move it away like that. And yeah, selecting the whole thing, gonna move it like that. I think probably like this makes sense. um yeah, maybe I'm gonna scale it on the X a little bit just so it's like super symmetrical. And that one guy, you say, hello, I'm back. How finished are you? Well, hello and welcome back to the stream. You say, oh, wow, that's awesome. Yeah, so we have the block out ready mainly. What we need, I don't know, because I thought of making like some more detail, uh, like giving it some more detail, especially on the core. Um, but I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure. Because what I could do is that if I ever want to do add more detail, is like I could just do another export and import into the game, and since the graphics are separate from the entity, I can just update the graphics whenever I want. But yeah, it's better if I like take the time now to make it as good as I can, and then I keep improving so people can give me feedback and stuff on something that's a little bit more finalized. And Chuckwave, you say, if you ever need it, I can share my notes on enemy and boss gameplay design that I made a while ago, which is still being updated and has custom stuff too. Right now, it's just sitting there for a bit. Yeah, it would be super cool because I thought of this boss, but it would be cool to have some more archetypes to give me a little bit of a guidance of what I could add next. So yeah, if you want to share that, it would be super cool for me to see. All right. So what else? What else? Because if I go to the boss core, I could do I could do like duplicate of the boss core and add more stuff. I'm gonna call this boss core blockout, and I'm gonna duplicate it. So Shift D, escape to let it there. I'm gonna I'm going to just modify the blockout. Here is gonna be boss core. So this needs to like have a little bit of detail around this part, so it looks a little bit better. So I'm just gonna do here. I think it's I. So for insetting, but I don't want to do the inset for everything really. Or I'm just gonna do inset, move here. Mm, yeah, because I want to grab these parts here. Let's do G, X, and I want to move them that way. I'm gonna probably do something like this. So G, Y, and these parts here, I'm gonna like probably move to the center. So let's do here G set or GX, G set. And I need to get rid of that, but we're gonna get rid of that later. Nick is here only to criticize. I love it. What's up, Nick? How are you? How are you, Nick? You say, have you done the basic game design thing or figuring out what makes him unique, or are you going in blind again? I did make like a basic, like I thought how it's gonna work. This is gonna be like the tanky enemy is gonna like charge at you. It's gonna like resist some type of damage that is still to be defined. Probably gonna be like very resistant against fire. Um, and yeah, like I have the way it's gonna work figured out before I did the design or whatever. Good to have you here, Nick. Good to have you here. And Miho always say, honestly, it looks epic, like a good combination of Guardian and Axis from Undertale Yellow. It does look like that, to be honest. And I'm sure none here knows what that is. I've seen it. I've seen it. And Moin Life, you say, finally, I finished explaining how things work. So yeah, I like the current result. I'm excited to see how you handle the texture. Yeah, the texture is gonna be uh, it's gonna take a while. And welcome back to the stream, by the way, Moin LF. And yeah, Chagwave, you say, okay, the notes are also custom mechanics, gimmicks too, just because I'm not the best in designer archetypes. So I will share it in a custom doc I'll make later on because I'm happy to help. Well, thank you very much. That's gonna be super, super helpful in yeah, like getting bosses because I want to have a bunch of enemies. So when you go to any other area, like you're gonna get something new to fight. All right. So here, let's get in here. I'm gonna select these two parts, and I'm gonna probably move them on the X and on the Z, just so like the this part needs to have like the importance it deserves. So I'm gonna probably select everything here, and I'm gonna make it G Y, just putting it a little bit forward, like more forward. Mm, yeah, like that. Miho say, we need your opinion on Hytale. And Nick, you say, I've been following for a decent while, but honestly, its art style is just so ugly. I don't know how about the gameplay. Seems fine, but I haven't really had the time to look into it. You don't like the Hytale style? Like the visuals? I mean, they are not. I don't know. I like them. You say no. It's stripped off a lot. Okay, valid, valid, very valid. Um, okay, so here, what I haven't actually played the game. I just saw a little bit of gameplay, so I don't know. Uh, yeah, so I want to keep that place like that. Now, I thought of like giving this enemy a little bit of a like some pecs that's a little bit more separated from the base part of it. Like maybe moving it here. Let's move it. Let's grab this here and let's move it like that. And this part here, move it like that. And this is gonna move roughly there. Yeah, something like that. So it looks like a chunky strong boy. Um, and what about these ones? And need to say I don't know what it is about its design, probably the eyes. And Moinalaf, you say when you're finished, could you briefly explain the structure and types of scripts specific to C Sharp? Structure and types of scripts. Um, well, I can explain like right now. Like there's gonna be a ton of types because you have things called data structures. You have algorithms to sort stuff, or like you can do like your own algorithm depending on the context. You can look up design patterns, but they're all gonna be like super specific to what you're making. So yeah, there's not like types of scripts. There's more like conventions for things you can do in certain contexts. So if you know what you're gonna make, then you can look up. Okay, for example, if you want to make um, a manager for your game, like you're gonna get a game manager, and that's like a normal thing that game developers make, and you're probably gonna use the singleton design pattern. But yeah, for example, me, I know like only 5 or 6 design patterns that apply to what I do. Um, it's helpful to know the other ones, but they're like 24 or more. So yeah, if you want to look at like structure or types of scripts, you can look at design patterns. And you're always gonna have like a lot of difference and a lot of ways of doing the same thing. So yeah. And Sharkwave, you say I gotta go for now. See ya. Okay, it was a pleasure to have you here, Sharkwave, and see you next time. Bye bye. Take care. Maybe gameplay can win me over. I don't know. I'll get it wrong. And it's leading to Valheim, I'd say. And need to say, also I bought new shoes because art keeps on stealing them. All right, so yeah, I think that these are fine. These are fine. And Asnok says, "Okay, bye." Um, well, what's up, Asnok? Welcome to the stream. Let's see if well, I would actually like to make this part just a little bit more like less pronouncing here, like that, maybe. Okay, I think we're good with the detail. This part doesn't look that good, to be honest. Maybe I could do an extrusion in here too, but just of this part, separated from the other parts. So let's see. If I move this vertex here, G, Y, G, Y, I think that looks a little bit better. Yeah, it looks a little bit better. Now for and Asnok, you say, are you doing multi-stream? Yes, I am doing multi-stream. Um, but it's just vertical and horizontal. If you're on the vertical stream, I would suggest you go to the horizontal one. Not only because you're gonna get a better layout, like you're gonna be able to see things better, but also because you're gonna get your own avatar that it's gonna show up in the stream. So yeah, that's cool. Uh, so yeah, Seems like a broad experience. Yeah, it is mine left. All right, so I guess we're good. We can export this. We can use this. The only part that's missing from this guy are his eyes, but I'm gonna add his eyes in. No, you know what? I'm gonna make the eyes here because I like to make a custom shape for them. So here I'll do wireframe. I'm gonna add another shape here. It's gonna start from a cube. And oh, before I do that, I want to get this part here of the. Let's get it solid. Let's get it into edit mode. I want to do an inset here. So inset, and I want to basically do E and move this. Move this like this probably. Or here. Something like that. Mm, that looks fine to me. Looks fine to me. Now for its head shape, I could probably do some changes here too. So let's grab this parts here. Let's do G Z. And also here, let's do now we can do the cube. Then Control V and give him a name. Yeah, what is his name? Well, you're the ones that are going to give this guy a name. It's a stone golem, so you figure out the name. Give him an epic name. Need to say you need to make him either skinnier or bigger on the green axis. He's gonna look so funky from the side. Let's see without the sketch. Like that. It doesn't look that funky to me. Funky to me. Is it funky? What we can do with that, if you say it's gonna look funky, we can just do. Yeah, the reference is extremely wide, but it's not that bad, is it? We can give it a little bit of bump in the Y, just so we're sure. It wouldn't hurt him. It's not gonna hurt him. And Asnok, you say, what is the color combo going on it? Still not sure. I want to have like some for details in its texture. Probably I'm gonna put like some colors, magical colors. I don't know. Probably some blues or purples. I still haven't figured it out. But I know that I want to have something magical. You know, at least for his eyes and for the core here. All right, for this cube here, let's grab this cube here and let's bring it roughly where this drawing is. Okay, so it's gonna be a simple shape. Let's move it around here. And what I want to do is basically rotate it a little bit here, scale it. I'm gonna scale it on the set tool. Let's scale it like this. And let's see on solid, how does that look like? Okay. What I want to do is go here on wireframe, go edit mode, and I want to pull this to here, probably. But before I do that, I need to scale it a little bit more on the X. And then I edit and I go grab this. So it has a little bit of a frown, you know? Probably something like this. So here, something like that. Now let's see how it looks solid. Let's put this here. Oh, let's go into object mode. Let's move it in here. And Asnok, you say, oh, that hits hard. Big boy. Yeah, I am for sure. I could make him be called Big Boy. Since we need to make up for up the lore for it too, probably it's kind of harder because of there being so many possibilities. Yeah, I like the the Big Boy name, to be honest. You say Nick, wasn't it? Or sorry, Nick. You say I like it because Judov is sending anything mentioning it for review. What did it send for review? Yeah, Big Boy. All right, so let's see. I have to make this less uh chunky. Let's mirror this just so we know how it's gonna look. We're gonna add a mirror modifier. We're gonna use the origin like that, and we need to make sure this doesn't like clip because it's currently clipping. I think that's all right. Let's make it. Let's rotate it a little bit. Let's put it here. Okay, so it's clear. All right, I think that's okay. Maybe we have a little bit too much detail on the core, because all of the other enemies don't have that much detail. Now, another thing that concerns me a little bit is it's not like smooth at all. I'm not sure if I should make it smooth because I could like select everything. Let's select everything, and I could make it like I could apply modifier of like auto smooth. This is the equivalent of fat posting. And Nick, you say any message containing big boy is sent for review, Roman. That's why I think it's funny. Okay, okay. I've actually been playing a bit of balloons too, battles recently. Nice. And what about SCP SL? Have you been playing it? Because you had like a little bit of an obsession for a couple of days. Are you still playing it? All right. I think I'm just going to start um exporting this. I still need to do a texture to be honest, but I'm not sure if I'll do it now. Because I still want to like make sure. Okay, let's see if I do a modifier, another modifier of smooth. Well, not that smooth. It was another smooth. It's uh auto smooth. Yeah, what I want to do is basically do shade auto smooth. What do you say about this? Huh? Don't you think this looks better? Here is and Asnok, you say, is the sun over or is already sunset in your region? In my region, well, I live in Chile, by the way. I live in South America. So here it's like almost 5 p.m. The sun is up, very, very up. Like If I go outside, I'm gonna get roasted. And Mihol, you say I think I'm like level 76 in BTD 6. Forgot my battles to 1. Mobile game 2. Played a bit of CS. You say you played a little bit of SCPSL, but I just haven't been playing much video games recently. Is there a reason for that? Not playing much? And Asnok, you say here it's like 1:30 p.m. And where are you watching from, Asnok? And Mine Left, you say it needs adjustment on the back. Here, you would adjust some stuff. Let's um let's do that. Let's What if I apply? Yeah, I'm gonna apply that. And Asnok in India too. Also, Mihon, you are in the same like side, but you're, yeah, 1:30 a.m. there on the opposite end. And Mine Left, you say here is 9. Quite a lot of time zones. All right, so if we grab, oh, what happened here? Oh, that's because of applying the auto smooth. Yeah, but I want to see what the auto smooth is actually making smooth. So here, shade. But if I shade everything smooth, yeah, it's gonna look horrible. If I do everything smooth, shade auto smooth. Well, this shades. This is not smooth. So yeah, in the back is the main problem. Nick, you say the reason is stuff to do, and it generally not being healthy for my attention span to play alone. Okay, I'm trying to not get consumed by gaming on hours on end because that's a bad thing. Yeah, that's fair. That's very fair. And Miho say same here. I gotta rip myself away from the interesting gameplay. Yeah, like I have periods of time that I, well, but I have periods of time that where I play a lot and then I barely play. All right, so I want to find which parts would make sense to smooth out and which wouldn't make sense to smooth out. Because the base of the smoothing works for me. Let's just apply. And here, let's just select these faces. And what if we do shade flat? We need we need to be more consistent with them. Because we could say, for example, we could say this is gonna be like flat, shade flat, and Nick to say yeah, and that's good. And Monolith to say the internet is weak here in Algeria. Oh, uh, what a change, to be honest. Nothing more to say about that. And Miho, you say I either play long when it's with people or else it's really tons on my own. Yeah, I would say the opposite of you. Like I play a little bit with people, but more constantly, or I play like in just one run, um, a lot. And Asnok, you say I have to go because I have about 5, 6 tests today. All right, good luck with tests. It was a pleasure to have you here. So yeah, best of luck with your tests and see you next time. Asnok, bye bye. All right, so yeah, I'm just gonna do Control Z to get this back to how it was, and let's figure out which parts does it make sense to have rounded. Because for sure, I could just do this part rounded. Let's shade smooth. No, but I want it to be like jagged just in the right places. So these parts here could actually be smooth. These parts here, for example, and here. Let's do shade smooth. Yeah, that looks good. And here, smooth. Because it's just a couple of places where I want to keep the flatness. So what about this shade smooth? Yeah, what do you say? Because let's see the game. Because in the game, I think most of the things have their faces. They are shaded smooth. They are smooth. But this is like a rock. So I don't know. How will it fit? Bye bye, Asnok. Bye bye. And Morning Life, you say, will you now work on the bones? No, I have a custom setup, or the way I work with animations have like their own custom setup. So I'll set it up. I'll set it up. And Nick, you say I usually play games if I have nothing else to do. So if I do have a time to kill, so if I do have time to kill, so I play a lot. That's fair. Fair. All right. Yeah. So I don't know how it's gonna like fit into the world with the polygons, because if you see like in the player, even though this is like roughly like they're like this shape is very straight, it is set to smooth, like shade smooth. So, and the same for the enemies, they are all like smooth. So let's do as much smooth as we can. Let's keep just a couple of places not smooth. Like for example, we don't want this part, for example, to be smooth, because otherwise it's gonna be, yeah, if we shade this part smooth, it's gonna look a little bit weird. So we want to keep that one. What about this one? Let's shade smooth. That one's gonna look a little bit weird too. What about just this? Just this one? No, I think I'm gonna keep that one. Just like not smooth. Uh, Probably like everything that's like an extrusion, I'm gonna keep that way. Okay, so for this, shade smooth. Yeah, so you see, if I shade this part smooth, I'm losing like detail. And me always say night times when I got nothing else to do. So that's where the real work starts. And then you say except sleep, but that's not engaging enough. No, it can be disregarded. Yeah, I don't know. You have uh your schedules figured out. Like you know what works for you. So, but personally, if I don't get sleep, I am bad. Like I'm bad at everything. Let's see. For example, if I were to have like a regular or a sleep schedule like you have, Miho, I couldn't. Like I just couldn't do anything with my life. I don't work without sleep. Miho always say playing games better than bashing my face against the wall. That's very valid. Right. So, still not sure. I think the end looks fine, smooth, but I'm not sure about the other parts. This is gonna be smooth, right? Shade smooth, shade flat, unsubdivided. I think that's gonna be. Let's use the flat. It's gonna look a little bit weird. Smooth. Well, I would have to create like another piece then. And Mijo say especially these walls. It's a brick, not drywall. Yeah, my walls are like made out of, I don't know. It's not a brick, so I could probably bash my face against it, and I wouldn't like die. And Nick, you say if I don't sleep a lot, that's because I have something to do in the morning. But if that's the case, then I probably be stressed about something, so that just cancels out. And morning love, you say, could you tell me about your daily routine if possible? Yeah, sure, sure. Like I wake up, well, depending on the day. If I slept the previous day, I wake up at 7 a.m. If I didn't sleep that much, I probably wake up at 8 or 9. Um, Even though I would like to wake up every day at 7, but most days I do wake up at 7 a.m. Then I do like my workout. I eat a little bit of a breakfast. I start working on this, start working on whatever thing off screen and organize the task for the stream. Then I do the stream. After the stream, I organize some more stuff for tomorrow's work on the morning. Then I rest for like half an hour. Then I study for an hour, like things. Now I'm studying things related to C sharp, and then I watch my face and read audio or listen to an audiobook. And after that, what do I do? Then I stretch and I go to sleep. That's my whole day. That's Monday to Friday. My Saturdays and Sunday can change if I go outside or not. Yeah, I'm in love with C sharp. All right, so okay, what parts here could be smoothed out? What about this smooth? Yeah, that doesn't look bad. What about this part? Smooth. That does look bad. Let's first focus on the core. Let's first focus on the core. So I'm gonna remove everything but the core. Mm, and shoulder. All right. And Sira22, haha, says, please spring trap. What's up, Sira? Welcome to the stream. What are you talking about with the spring trap? Like making spring trap in Blender? I'm sure there's a lot of 3D models of spring trap out there. Um, Money Life, you say, a beautiful life. I hope for higher income than from YouTube and Steam. Oh, yeah, let's hope for that. And Sira, you say, I bet you $100 you can make spring trap from scratch. Uh, yeah, I'm not making it. Not making it. And you say, Moina Life, how much will you sell your game for? Not sure. Not sure, but I'll figure it out once I complete it. I don't have um like pressure to give it a price now or like make it like have a price now. Let's see. I'll do shade smooth. What about for these parts? I think I can keep this shade smooth here. How does it look like so far? So far, I think I can do smooth here too. Shades smooth. Yeah, and this part on here looks very bad. Let's get rid of it. So I guess it's just gonna be selecting these faces and deleting the faces. Yeah, but that's gonna leave a gap in here. That's gonna leave a gap there. So let's pull the things here. And Sira, you say, can you make Jacko Chica? Yeah, I'm not making that. I'm making this thing for a game. So yeah, I'm not making Final Freddy's models. And Moinlife, you say, will you follow advanced or traditional sales methods? I honestly prefer the old ones. I'm not sure. I probably like market it in like social media or stuff. Yeah, I'm thinking about how I will go about deleting this part. Because I would need to probably apply the mirror and then get rid of this. And Nick, you say Jacko Bunny is so underutilized. I'm sad now. In Sira, you say with models if you wasn't. Yeah, I'm not not making that model. All right, so I think I could like just yeah, I'm thinking because if I do just the pulling of this G said, yeah, it's gonna mess my whole um shape here. So I think I'll need to get rid of this X faces and here I'll do clipping. So if I get them close enough, it should close. Yeah, it is gonna close there. Cool. So now, what about these other pieces? I think this part can be flat too, or can be smooth too. No, actually, that part no. Please find a phrase jingle in solidarity. Look behind you, or make Freddy is very easy. Um, yeah, it's hard. It's hard to make stuff like that. And Bosek says, well, making Springtrap is kind of hard. You have to stay 1 hour to make Springtrap. Depending on how do you want to make it, you could spend a ton of hours. And welcome to the stream, Bosek. Welcome, welcome. All right, so how does it look here? Looks fine. Let's make this smooth. And yeah, we're losing detail there. If we make it smooth, mm, maybe I can select this and Control V and make that subdivision. So if I go now with the smoothing, now it's still not good. Well, I like the base shape. I like how it's looking so far, but I have to figure out which parts of this are gonna be smoothed out. Probably this part is gonna be smooth. Smooth. Make a ball. What? Ball of what? And you say, Nick, if you made an animatronic, I would make a Final Freddy's game. Yeah, it takes a lot of time. And you say, boss egg, even Freddy is hard to make. You have to make the metals and the skin. All of that is hard too. Yeah, you're very right, boss egg. Yeah, maybe a bottle of water is something that I could make more easily. But yeah, I think I'm gonna, let's see. I could leave it like that. Let's shade smooth. Let's do that shade smooth here, and maybe here too, shade smooth, and maybe here too, like just this part. And I think that's a great mix of smooth and flat. Well, except here. So I would like to show that division, but I think it's okay. Like for we still need to make the other parts of this for this head and whatever shoulders. They're gonna be smooth too. Oh, I need to, yeah, disable that one. And where is the foot? Here. And Moin Love, you say it looked good. Thank you. Thank you. And Nick, you say the most iconic jingle I know, the one that triggers my PTSD, is the Final Phrase to bend noise. Yeah, let's go with that one. And Sira, you say, what you talking about, man? I made Springtrap in 14 minutes. I speedrun it. I'm gonna make a game soon. Well, if you wanna share the Springtrap that you made, join the Discord server. You can send it there. Everyone can see it. And better yet, if you're making a game, so everyone can see what you're working on. Okay, let's go edit mode, and I'm gonna make this part. I could do like just shade smooth. What about if I do shade auto smooth? Yeah, some pieces are gonna stay like that. I'm just gonna do shade smooth. Yeah, so I think for this part here should be shade smooth. For this part here is gonna be smooth too. Shade smooth. For the shoulders, like I could leave it lucky. There wouldn't be like any sort of problem with that. I don't think. And see that you say, can I give ideas for it, your character? Sure, go ahead. In my left, you say, what color gradient do you want to apply? I think I'll do like a separate texture once I have this model ready, and I'll like probably like texture paint it here. Uh, yeah, I want to get into this piece, and probably I'll do shade flat in here, just so we have a little bit of a division there. Okay, that's cool. Now for this piece, what about if I make this smooth? Yeah, like there's not like in betweens in that. Like I either have to make it, if I shade out the smooth, yeah, I want to get those shapes. How do I make those shapes myself? Well, I could just left or leave the auto smooth do that. I guess that's what I'll do. I'll just leave the auto smooth to do that because I don't know how it's gonna do doing that, or how it's doing that. So I'm gonna leave the auto smooth do that. John Maiden, welcome to the stream. First of all, you say, did you know that the average person's colon can stretch to accommodate 4 to 5 rats? I didn't know, but I'm glad I know it now. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. A great thing to know. And Nick to say that's also valid, but it could also be Final Phrase 1, Foxy, Healing, or Theodore March, or even that one minigame thingy. All right, let's see. For our hunts here, let's do auto smooth. What is it doing? Well, it's taking the sides and smoothing the sides. I think I'll do the auto smooth for this one too, maybe. It's gonna be a lot smoother than I initially thought, but we can change that with the texture. And John Maiden, you say, no, you can surprise your friends with rats. Yeah, that's gonna be very handy. And Art, you're here. Yo, yo, what's up, Art? Welcome to the stream. How is it going? How is it going? Let's see. Yeah, let's go into the fingers, and I'll just do auto smooth, and auto smooth. And I'll let Blender figure out with the 30-degree angles how to smooth this out. And Art, you say Blender looks good. Well, thank you, thank you. It's been a while. Like I've been here for like 3 hours just doing this guy. Not the best guy, not the best one at Blender. Shade auto smooth. Um, I probably want to do these pieces here be flat, not smooth. Something like that. We'll see. I can like put everything to like blocks again if I want to, but I'm gonna import it into the game first, and let's see if well, I still need to make the texture. And John Maiden, you say, are the eyes a part of the body? Is it a single shell? Yeah, they are part of the body. It's gonna be like part of the head. So the head should rotate when the head rotates here. It should rotate with the eyes, but I'm gonna make the setup of the character in Unity in my game engine. And my life, you say, look that beautiful big boy. Yeah. So since no one has set a better name for this guy, it's just gonna be called Big Boy for now. All right, let's see if I do shade auto smooth here. That's fine. And what about the foot? Shade auto smooth. Yeah, the foot are looking a little bit weird with the auto smooth. I'm just gonna do shade auto or shade smooth. Like everything's gonna be. Oh yeah, that looks awful. Yeah, I'm just gonna do the auto smooth, and I'm going to see places where I don't want the smooth. So let's shade, for example, these pieces should be probably flat. Shade these pieces flat. So we have a clear division. Let me hold. See you communist later. And John Maiden, you say blend shapes for eye expressions. Um, Not sure if I'll do that. I could do that. I could do that, but I'm animating everything with inside the game engine, so I'll probably like just scale them up and down. Like if you see, I'll probably do the same I'm doing here with the player. So you see, this is just a mesh, and I animate the scale, so it looks like it's blinking, but it's just scale animation. And I have to say, is this a boss or sub boss? It's the boss. Like it's the only boss that we're gonna have for now. But yeah, it's gonna be like working differently. It's gonna work differently. It's only going to appear um on the last like wave that you need to defeat. So it's gonna be like a little bit more of a challenge. It's the only boss that we have now. And see that you say good tip, make the head have a hat like the person. You want this guy to have a hat? He needs to be like imposing. Right. So let's get into. I think we can get to exporting right now. Can't we? Let's make this piece just a little bit like that. So G, Y, and this gonna change color. He doesn't need a hat. He doesn't need to hide his baldness. He's okay with it. He just accepted it. All right, let's save this because I haven't saved in a while, and let's export and let's get to set this up because it's gonna take a while to set up. And then since this is on Blender, we can just set it up on Unity first, and if we have a texture or whatever we want to put there, we can do it after. So let's start. What should I export first? What should I export first? I'll need to probably grab this whole collection. Yeah, I'm gonna grab this whole collection and just start like deselecting the things that I don't need. So for example, the sketch I don't need, the boss core, finger, head, whatever. I'm not sure if I export this, will it will it be like a separate thing? Like will it be in separate parts? I'm not sure. And here, this cube shouldn't be called cube. This is boss core, boss core. Or yeah, this is gonna be boss core 03. So that's part of the core. Should be there. What is this cube? These are eyes. Boss eyes or boss eye. Uh, yeah, let's just select everything. And yeah, before that, like the names should be good or it should be correct because otherwise it's gonna be a nightmare finding everything. So sketch, so score, lookout. Okay, I think we're good with that. We are exporting everything. We're gonna be exporting everything. I think well this last part shade smooth. Nah. Yeah, let's do that. Selecting everything. Okay, so save file, export, FBX. I'm gonna call this. Well, where's it gonna be? Just boss 01. I'll do selected objects. Apply scaling is gonna be FBX unit scale, Y forward, and I think that's it. Let's do export FBX. And let's save it again. Okay, so in game, I'll need to go into 3D. Let's do we have a folder for enemies? I think I should make a folder for enemies. Folder enemies. And I'll have a folder for like bosses. And Monolith, you say FBX is like zip form. It's a type of file that works for 3D models. So you have like WAV for audio. You have zip as a zip is like compressed file, so it could be whatever, but it's compressed. FBX is just for 3D. Let's see. Let's explore. File Explorer, downloads, strategy magic, um, 3D, and it's on player right now. But I want to pass these things from here to a new folder, enemies, and a new folder here, bosses. And I'm gonna paste that there. Yeah, I want to use the FBX. So boss 01 FBX. Let's put it in there. So this is how it looks, the guy. It looks awesome. Looks very cool. It's gonna need color, of course, but I think for now, like it looks blocky enough uh, that you can recognize like it's a golem. And Nick, you say, okay, I'll also be going. I have to prepare for tomorrow, waking up at 5 a.m. Wow. I will keep on mending it just because I really don't like that. All right, all right. Well, thank you for joining, Nick. Really, really appreciate it. And see you next time. And you say tomorrow, I think I'll be on stream while on the train. Oh, wait, okay. Well, see you tomorrow then. Bye bye. Take care. You say mine left. I know, but I think I was dealing with a zip file, FBX. Haven't you heard of it? You need it in some animation applications. I'm not sure. I haven't used that many animation applications, so I don't know. Okay, so let's get into setting it up. So here, if I let me put it right next to the player so we can look up uh, how it's gonna look. So if I drag this guy here, I think in terms of size, it's all right. Like I'm just gonna put it like in the world so you can see how it looks. Okay, I think that's good. So if I press play, we can see like the size of this guy. It could be even bigger. Like not gonna lie, it could be even bigger. And Nick just say I have nightmares because of exporting to FBX in Blender. Your keyboard knows uh, what life is about. And you say, okay, bye, 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 take care, see you tomorrow, bye, 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 bye. All right. So yeah, this guy, we need to set some colors for the guy, and well, actually, the colors are not that bad. It's just that maybe for the eyes and for the thing in the middle, we should have something, some color. So I'm gonna create here in the folder of. Well, we have to do the whole setup to be honest. Let's first go into the prefab, unpack complete. Or yeah, before we do that, I need to go in there and say bake axis conversion and apply. So that's the correct way it should be facing. So it's facing the other way. You say it, I think it needs to be bigger. Yeah, it could be bigger. Could be bigger. Let's see. So for our boss, let's do let's create empty parent. Or first, let's do prefab, unpack completely. We're gonna have a create empty parent. This is gonna be our boss, 01. Or sorry, big guy. So yeah, that's the name of our boss. And here, boss, this is gonna be for graphics. So graphics, it's gonna be on a separated thing. So here we can go and we can like modify all of this stuff. I don't know if we'll need to change some stuff here. Well, we need to like set it up. Let's get out of here with the big guy. Because one thing I could do is since we have it in here, I could just do 1.5, 1.5, 1.5. So that should be what? It's gonna be 2 meters by 1.5. So that's gonna be 3 meters. So let's look at it compared to the player. Here, let's compare it to the player. Let's rotate this. Not like this, but like this. So it faces the player. Let's do 180. 180 here, and the graphics. Let's just do 1.5, 1.5, 1.5. So that's gonna be like 3 meters. Wow, that's massive. That is massive. Well, now that I see it, it's not that bad. It's not gonna fit through here, but it doesn't need to be here. Yeah, so you can actually like run away. It actually makes more sense since it's a boss. It doesn't need to fit through the stuff that the player needs to fit through. Okay, let's see. Let's go in here. I'm gonna make this bigger. But before, give me a little bathroom break, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So let's move this guy outside so we can see better. And more in life, you say, I don't know why, but I converted my old computer into a server with a modern interface. That's cool. That's cool. What are you using that server for? Do you have any particular use for that? Or do you just wanted to do that? Let's see. Let's just pull this thing back. The big guy back. And yeah, if we give it a basic setup, it should work like straight like right away. But let's just take care of materials for now. And my life is a in contrast, learning Linux. Are you learning Linux? Let's see. So we need materials for this. Let's do well. First, let's grab the big guy, and we're gonna turn it into a prefab. So we can instantiate it, like we can spawn it. Here, let's see. Yeah, it's gonna be on enemies. So on enemies, probably we will need to have a folder for bosses. I don't know how many there will be, but it's better if we have a folder for them, just for order. And so I put my projects in that server, And learning Linux was easy. How long did it took you? How long did it took you to learn Linux? Let's see. So that's all right. That's all right. Let's put some materials to this guy. So let's go to materials, enemies, and in enemies, I'm gonna do a folder for bosses. And inside bosses, I'm gonna make a folder for big guy. And I'm gonna call big guy ice, big guy ice, mat. That's for the eyes, and it's not going to be white necessarily. I'm just placing the materials and big guy. It's gonna be like core. Well, not core, but weak point or weak. Yeah, weak point. That and only 10 days. Okay, so it wasn't that much of a time investment. That's nice. And now you have a server. Are you using it for something else, Linux, or what operating system do you use normally? Do you use Windows and you use Linux for your server, or how do you have your setup? And Phantom edits, you say I eat foam sealant. Well, what's up, Phantom edits? Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. Uh, okay, so here I need to have another material for this guy. Let's give it gonna be big guy core. Say Phantom Edits, you say bye. Well, bye Phantom Edits. It was a pleasure to have you here. Um, and I'm gonna put this base material this color probably. So big guy core. Is this just one piece? Okay. Yeah, there's a problem with this. We are gonna need to separate this. So big guy core mats. Core mats. So let's see. Let's put it a little bit darker. And Monolith, you say yes. I use Linux for the server and all other devices. Everyone in the house should create a page with the IP address, so that all devices are working on it. That would be nice. Would be nice setup. And Sita, you say back. Welcome back, Sita. Welcome, welcome. So yeah, we have the guy in the game. It's not working at all because we haven't done like any functionality for it yet. But this is how it should look like when you go. Well, actually, I need to assign color to this guy still. But yeah, like this is the roughly the dimensions it has on the game. And also, I need to make sure that these materials all have basic lit with overlay. They use the same shader. You say mine left. This means the whole family can watch the movies, hide the projects, and everything related to them. That's crazy. That's incredible to have. All right. So, what color should the core be? I don't know. I was thinking um, something like purple, purple-ish. Oh, this is the core. I don't want to change the core. I want to change the weak point. So the weak point here, we could do something like I need it to be saturated. We'll figure it out something that looks a little bit better for this guy. And Sira, you say I quit Final Fantasy 3 remake that I make I'm a make ultimate custom knight. It's harder to make all the characters. So you're planning to make all the characters or just a couple of them? Let's see. What color should I use for this? Because it could be like greens or like just red because it's like a imposing figure. Yeah, let's just do it red. Yeah, red like that. Super red and more saturated. So you know where you have to hit it. Like that. Uh Fresnel color. Yeah, that's for, well, I should probably like make this color HDR so you can make it glow. And more in left, you say, does Big Boy change with the location? Not yet. It could though. Instead, you say, yeah, I'm working on it now. Okay, cool stuff, cool stuff. And more in left, you say, what is your favorite color? Yellow. Yellow, I would say my easily the the color that I like the most. And what about you, more in left? Okay, let's do big eye eyes. It's gonna be what? Red too? Maybe red too. I don't see why not. I would like to have, well, I have a mission there. So I could just do this and it should glow. It should glow. Let's make it, let's give it an intensity of 3. Yeah. And for our color, let's put it closer to here. And here HDR. And our base could be probably like darker. You know, for our emission, I think I would like to have like the same color for this. So I'm gonna delete the material on that guy and I'm gonna copy it and use big guy weak point. I'm gonna use the same material. So if we press play here, that's, yeah, it's gonna look a lot better when he actually moves. But for now, it looks cool. Okay. Let's see. Because we're getting close to the time that I have to like leave. So let's see if we. I'm just gonna do the setup of this guy first, and I think I'm gonna leave it there. So boss core. I'm just gonna have that like the core piece. Let me look at how the player is structured because I have the graphics separated too. So I have foot handler L, and torso handler. Okay, so what's inside torso handler? Yeah, player torso. Okay, let's do. I'm gonna do a similar structure to what we have on the player. Let's see. So what do we want for this? Because it's gonna be a lot easier to have the player here, or let's do big guy. Let's do 0 here, and I'm gonna put it back to where it was before, near the player. And you can see the glow is more perceptible. Like you can tell there's glow way easier once it is near a dark place. So yeah, let's put it right around here, close to the player, just so we know how the humanoids are structured. It's gonna get covered by that, but it doesn't matter. All right, so here, if we go into the player, we need to activate this. I don't want to show the nav mesh. I just want to know. Well, first of all, I think on the big guy, these parts are like just one match. So I need to make sure those are separate matches. And Moinlev, you say I'm back. Welcome back to the stream, Moinlev. So for our matches, yeah, I need to make sure these are separated because if you see I select a part in here, like let's say I select the hand. The hand should be like separated, like there should be two hands instead of like just one mesh that contains both hands. So I need to go back to I need to go back to Blender and export it correctly. So I think I'll do the exporting and all of that tomorrow. I think because I'm already pretty fried from today. Like we did a lot of modeling. So I think I'm gonna leave it here, and we're gonna be continuing tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'll set up this off stream or not, but tomorrow we're gonna continue from here or a little bit further if I decide to organize it off stream. So thank you for joining. Thank you. I really, really appreciate it. And I'll see you next time. If tomorrow you can join, it's gonna be tomorrow. So bye bye. Thanks for joining and take care. Bye bye. Thank you for the kind words, Moinlef. Take care.